Bonjour tout le monde. Hello, it's me. Oh my god, Antenshi. Quelle surprise. It's my boy, who always comes running. Oh my god, so many eyes over in YouTube chat. Look at all them eyes. It's a whole apocalypse over there, basically. I am reminded of my of my favorite podcast. Is it my favorite? That's a good question. Hello, anyway. Hello. Oh, application failed to respond. Go to Railway. Who are you? What are you? What are you, dude? No, literally, what are you? I don't know what you are. Which one are you? What is that? Go to Railway? Hello. Hello. Hi, gamers. I'll say hello to you in a second when I figure out what that one is. Application fail? I don't know which one that one is. I would like to take credit for that. You should. You did start it. Hello. Hello. You ruined something with an act of kindness. How could you? I'm hidden behind a thing that I don't know what. Which one is that? Is it you? No, I don't know who you are. I'm gonna figure this out, I swear to God. I should just try and, like, hide and unhide various things, right? Are you you? No, I'm you. Are you you? No. You aren't you. You aren't you. You aren't you. What is that? You're not you. You're not you. I mean, why would you be? That's my background. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck that is. You're not you. 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 I am, oh wait, or can you can't see it though, right? I'm not the only one. No, you can't see it. I don't know what the fuck that is, dude. Are you you? No, I'm you. Good quote. I'll say hello to you anyway, but I really should figure out how to get this out of the way, but I don't know what the fuck this is my problem right now. Is it you? But it can't be something that's invisible, right? Welcome to Technical Difficulties, the stream, where I tried to figure out what the fuck this is. I don't even know what even it looks like that. Why is this on screen? I don't know what the fuck this is. I went through everything. It's only on this screen though, so I don't know what the fuck this could be. I'm gonna be like 100 with you. I really don't know. It should be something. Hydrate! Look, it's the new hydrate thing. Yay! It's the new hydrate animation. I wanted to ask you to do that. Yeah, new redeems. But I want to get through my technical difficulties first. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm so confused. Oh, it's you. Okay. It was a Fugi overlay. It was a Fugi overlay. I figured it out. Let's play it again. Wait. Okay, I can't re-roll it. But it will happen again. It will happen again during the course of this stream, I'm sure. Because I have a new animation. It's very cute. And I have the sound. I recorded the sound myself. There it is. The double redeem. It's the little guy. He do a little drink and then he do a little tail wag because he's happy. Thank you. I'll probably put a timer on it later, but right now I'm fine because I want to see the animation a lot. And also I just drink like a sip, so it's fine. Anyway, hello everybody. I can say hello to everybody now because I figured out which window mysteriously was fucked up. Okay. Hello, Crow. Hi, Nancrack. Hi, Nana. Hi, Yoite. Hello. Fossabot's here, of course. And hello to YouTube chat as well with Blank, Chris, Burple, Addiction, now known as Pepepedia, Cloud, and Warren, and Galang. Hello. I think I got everybody. That's good. Why did you make the knife flat? You have too many channel points, that's all. You have too many channel points. Can you put the YouTube chat, bro? Because who uses Twitch chat anyway? Actually, a lot of people. A lot of people do use the Twitch chat. It depends a little bit on like who's where at the moment. But I'm contractually obligated not to do so. At least not mixing them. So I would have to do a separate window where the YouTube chat would be. And the YouTube chat is also bugged ever since like a couple of weeks ago or whatever. So like it kind of doesn't work like that. Sorry for saying bro. I address everybody as bro all the time, so don't worry about it. I think I get like 1k channel points per stream. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. It was a railway stream, which is very appropriate because of course I do love trains. I do enjoy trains very much. Yeah, this is the thing with simulcasting, and I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it. Like how are we gonna progress from here? Of course, as always, like with simulcasting or with something else. I haven't decided yet. Making decisions like that is kind of hard, but but there you go. YouTube has a lot of users. That is very true. Did you mark any redeems as completed? Question mark? I don't know what that means. I do not know what that means. Thank you very much. No, I don't think I did do that because I, in fact, do not know what that means. Yesterday, I recorded the little water droplets and I made the little animation for the Tenchi drinking. I think that's very cute and very fun. So we have that now. And also, I started animating, but I haven't recorded it in a way that I could show you. But I did start animating. Also, it has music in it, so I wouldn't show you on a YouTube stream anyway, I suppose. But I told you about Procreate Dreams, right? And if you do want to be in chat, you can go over here and chat. That was for YouTube chat. I downloaded Procreate Dreams, right? And it works now. It works now. You can export now. That was a bug that a lot of people had. Only one very certain type of export used to work for a while, and that wasn't even available on all devices. So they fixed it. I can export shit now, so that means I can start animating my shit now because I know that I will be able to export it at some point. Still don't know how to import brushes. That's a different question altogether. Don't know how to import brushes, but okay. Because technically I figured out how, but it always bugs and doesn't work, so maybe that's another thing that they're gonna fix, but it's fine. I can work with other brushes. They have a lot of good default brushes, and for an animation, I honestly want to keep it as simple as possible anyway, because, well, it's animation. If you make it too painterly, you're gonna have a bad time. Although I might be making it a bit painterly. It's possible. It's possible that it'll end up being like that. I don't know. So I started working on that. I have like sketches. I've been doing like blobs. I'm doing my blob method. Oh, you started learning a new software too, Blender in my case. Oh, okay. Turns out there's a whole video editor in it. I know about Grease Pencil. Fully functional. Blender is good as hell. I didn't know there was a video editor in it though, to be fair. I do know about Grease Pencil, which kind of is a video editor, I guess. You can animate in it. You can make 2D animations in Blender Grease Pencil. I've done that before. But I didn't know about the video. I didn't know about the I did not know about the video editor yet. But yeah, I'm working on it. It's Grievous Lady. I'm animating over the track Grievous Lady, which is a speedcore track, and I want to make it the fight scene, which, to be honest, probably the most ambitious idea possible that you could want to start with, like, ever. But why not? The beginning parts that I've made so far yet are not the actual fight scene animation though. Sounds scary as hell. Yeah, it's like I have some very clear ideas of what I want to do at which point in the animation, and I can't wait to get to them. So I'm very excited about that. Animating over speedcore. I do wanna link it up, like, at least partially to like the beat. Obviously, that's the point. That's why I chose the song. But also I chose the song for other reasons. It's like split up in a nice way. And also it's only 2 minutes long in total, 2 minutes and a little bit. So it's not too long and I can use the entire song, I think. At least I'm going to. Again, I'll keep you in suspense a little longer. Maybe I'll do an update on Sunday I could maybe show you as well. But I do not know yet. But I do not know yet if I'm going to show you the entire thing. So that's one update that I have for personal news. But there is more. Because do you know that it's hard to have this many ideas all the time? Yes, I think you might. So I have the animation. I have it written out in a little piece of paper as well. I'm working on that now. But I'm also kind of thinking, what if I made like an alternative additional VTuber model as well, because I've been watching a lot of clips of somebody and I'm like, wow, I really like looking at this style of model. What if I made like another one that wouldn't be the primary model, just one that I use every now and then because that would be funny. I don't know. I think I'm like I'm torn between all my real. It's too real, isn't it? I feel like these will be the longest 2 minutes ever. It is. Like, animating 2 minutes takes a long, long time, but it's better than animating 4 minutes. So at least there's that. Like, I want to make, like, another VTuber model, as always. I just love making them. It's very fun to make them. I just want to make more, is all. I just don't have the time to do as many things as I want to do. I have a lot of things planned for next month as well. Like, with the animation software, I also have another plan that I want to do. Plans that I want to do. You know how it is, I have an idea, at least for like 1 or 2 scenes, and I could make that into a music video for a song that doesn't even exist yet. It's like an original idea, so I would have to write a song about this animation scene that I have in mind. I've mentioned this like once. Holy shit! I didn't know I had this enabled. That was so loud. What the hell? Thank you. We reached our follow goal of 60. That's cool. Why did this one show up and not the other one? That was so loud. That was a jump scare. The fuck was that? That was a follow, but why was it this animation? And why didn't it show up as a thing? I don't know. I thought that one was not enabled. I was pretty sure about that, actually. But maybe I missed something. Whoopsie. Whoopsie if true. Whoopsie if true. We did a follow goal. That's very cool. Thank you. Jump scare. God, I want to check that out, actually. I would like to, but there are so many tabs and shit. Because I added that spot is for the Twitch redeems. But it shouldn't be for that, because I disabled a lot of things from that thing. God, it's hard to explain if you don't know what I'm talking about. I would like to check that out immediately, though, because that was loud as shit, and I would like to turn it off. But I don't remember where the fuck that is. So, where are you? We have a slow start today. That's fine. How was your week? You know, it's Friday now. How was your week? I hope it was good. I hope it was nice. Are we here? No, we're not here. God, like, finding settings in here is kind of hard when you don't know your way around. I mean, surprise! Surprise! Is it? No mames? Who would have thought? I think I could find my way from here to here. Yeah, there you go. Found it. Hi, I transitioned from YouTube to Twitch. Hello, Damakuno. Hello! Thank you for the follow. Weirdly enough, it didn't pop up in my thing, you know? It didn't pop up in my activity thing. I would like to edit the alerts. Oh yeah, goals. Ah, there it is. There it is. Okay, goal started, goal reached. That's one thing that I forgot to uncheck. The hydrate redeem. Okay, now it should be fine. Can I not save changes while I'm live though? Or did it automatically save the changes? Either I can't change it while I'm live or it just is like that. Discard changes, save changes. I don't know if I can change it while I'm live, actually. But hello, welcome. Nice poll, nice poll. I actually wasn't aware that the Twitch part of the stream existed for a while. Well, it didn't exist for the longest time. It's pretty new, actually. It's pretty new. Hello, Twitch. Hello. Hello. It is pretty new. It's pretty new. Ah, Victor, you gifted one. That's what happened. Let's go. Nice poll, nice poll, nice poll. That is a nice poll. And a gift for Euler. Let's see if we see Euler today. Euler is a Twitch fan too at this point. What is the reason? What is the reason you hate YouTube? Wait, me? Oh no, addiction. You're talking to addiction in chat. Okay. I don't hate either platform. I do not hate either platform. Hello, Billy! We were going through some technical difficulties, and then, hey, big news for you specifically. I'm working on an étoile animation, and it's gonna be dope, but I don't know, it might take, like, forever to finish, or I neglect everything else that I'm supposed to be doing very majorly, and I make my étoile animation. I'm already neglecting the things that I'm supposed to be doing, so I mean, how much worse can it get? Because Procreate Dreams is out, and I'm learning it. I want it. It will happen. It will happen. It will happen. I'm very into it right now. I've done like sketching for like 20 minutes, 20 seconds of it now. 20 seconds, not minutes. Jesus Christ. The whole thing will be 2 minutes long once it's done, and I'm excited. I'm gonna animate the fight against the fake palm. It'll be exciting. It'll include a monster transformation. from where Palm transforms into a weird monster thing. Because I don't, you know, it was technically just Palm, right? But I don't want to draw him fighting like a Palm that's not Palm, even though you don't really see the difference, because that would be sad. No, she'll transform into a monster and it'll be fun. I hate both platform. My heart is big like that. That's so iconic. That's so good. That's so good. Talking about just 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes is long enough in animation, isn't it? I think it'll probably take a long time. You know, I'm animating at like, I think 17 frames per second, so it's not too bad, but a second sure can take like an hour in animation. That fight made me anxious. Yeah, that fight did make me anxious as well. But now in retrospect, I think it was very cool, and I have a very cool track that I want to use for it, that I am using for it, so I'm excited for that. No idea when I'll get this done though, like finished. Maybe soon, maybe not so soon. It really depends on my other things that I do. So, I want to show you stuff. Actually, I have some chit-chat stuff that I want to show you in-game too, so I'll do that first. Also, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Speaking of frames per second, did you know that Twitch VODs are saved at a very cool frame rate of 59.97? I did not know that, but that is nice, because I do stream at 60 frames per 60 FPS, so no FPS are lost in the VOD. That is very cool. See, this is the other thing that I also need to do, is make thumbnails and upload the videos. I don't even need to edit them anymore, at the moment at least. Thank you, Crow. And Angel Tail. I want to upload Angel Tail's video as well. But I do need to make the thumbnail, and I do need to like do the settings, which, to be fair, not a lot of work, but still something I do need to do, and not animate all the time. Shoutouts to Crow. This totally doesn't drive me mad. Yeah, that's yeah, I don't know why it drops a percentage of a frame, but I don't know. I am unsure. Gotta go to work. Have fun, everyone. Have fun. Will you do a separate Twitch VOD channel? If I actually transition 100% to Twitch streaming, if that happens, which it's possible, things will change in January anyway, I think, about my schedule a lot. But, you know, that's January. That's not right now. Who cares? Who cares? It's fine. I think I'll stream at a different time is what will happen in January, probably. But we'll have to see about that. If I do transition, I will make a separate Twitch VOD channel, yes. Indeed, that is the plan. Because I would use the main channel in order to upload highlight videos and stuff like that, and then upload VOD somewhere else. I can edit the thumbnails as well, theoretically. It's like deciding to transition or not. So real. In January. January. No. Okay, yeah, I will let you know. Of course, because I wouldn't want to clutter this channel with VOD uploads specifically, because I feel like that wouldn't be so nice. But yes, that's the plan. Woof. It's Tenchi. Oh my god, it's my boy. Today is a very rainy day. I think he's a little unnerved by that fact. He's leaving, he's running away. He's like, I don't like it. It's rainy in a sense that it's almost snowing for me personally, by the way. Woof, 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 woof. Did you already notice changes since you came to Twitch? I mean, Twitch is way different than YouTube in a lot of ways. Mainly in the way that there's a lot of cool things that you can do. And I do like that. I do like the cool things. I thought it was another redeem. No, that's just Tenchi. That's just IRL real Tenchi. 60 frames per second. Yeah, that's like, I noticed a lot of like cool stuff that you can do. Plus raids are very fun because you can like, I don't know, they feel different than on YouTube. Also, I know some more people through other people that I can raid on Twitch that aren't just my friend Juno. Even though I love raiding my friend Juno, of course, as well. Yeah, that's the main thing. Okay, I did talk about that enough. These brushes, Procreate brushes. Oh, it's Addiction. Hello, Addiction in Twitch chat. No mames, no way. Hello there. These brushes are free with Black Friday discount code on Procreate. So if you use Procreate and you like free shit, you can get these. I would like to give you a link to that, you know, just in case you do want them. There you go. I wish Procreate is on Windows. It would be nice, right? I would like it if people who didn't have an iPad or something could be able to use Procreate as well. but it's only for them. Or Linux, right? Right? That would be nice. But if you do have it, you can get these brushes for free with the discount code Black Friday. Exactly written like that. I should have put that in the message maybe, but you know. I saw that on TikTok. They're not my brushes, but I wanted to show you anyway because I did download them and maybe I'll use them for some stuff. So they're free only for 1 day. So if you do want to grab them, do that. Do grab them. Does Chessflicted play chess? I do think so. I do think so. They're Linux tablets? I mean, you could have you could connect a tablet to your computer and then just use Procreate as well. These brushes should also work on Photoshop, perhaps? I mean, they're free. Try it out. Try it out. I know some Photoshop brushes work on Procreate and the other way around too. So if you use Photoshop to paint, you could also try downloading these. Again, they're free right now, so no harm done in trying it out. So I wanted to let you know that. You don't know. How don't you know? How don't you know that you like to play chess? It's crazy. I mean, we know you. I want to show you that I'm into a new French musical. I'm a little afraid of the music in it because, you know, YouTube, but who cares? Fuck it, we ball. I want to show you anyway. Did you know that I love French musicals? Potentially, yes. You might know this about me, perhaps. I do mention it sometimes. Although it's been a long time since I was last into a French musical. Well, there's a new one. And I'm excited. Okay, but can I brush my pixelated teeth with those brushes? Good question. I think this one, specifically, this one that I'm hovering over, might be a good pick for a toothbrush. This one too, the lower one perhaps. Looks a little bit like a dental commercial with these like swooshes, right? French musical time has returned. Yes, Cloud. It has. It has. It's fucking... They made a musical about Molière. Well, yeah, and it's like totally inspired by Hamilton. I'm freaking out. It's so good. I'm gonna show you these. Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. I want to be this guy. I need to be this guy. The guy in the red jacket. Oh, wait, you can't hear. You can't hear. You can't hear. You can't hear. I had it unmuted. I had it muted, rather. I need to be red guy. I need to be him. This is my favorite song so far. I haven't listened to them all. It's very new. Wait, you think he's done flipping? You think? No, he's not! He does another flip! So good. Look at them go. Tenchi's like, I love this in the background. It's definitely him supporting the musical. It's so good. I like it a lot. Everyone loves French musicals, except actual French folks. Yeah. I mean, tell me you didn't have a Mozart phase. Like, a little phase. A tiny phase where you were into it. I think most people were, at some point, a little bit. If you were, like, emo and, like, Mozart. L'opéra rock. Yeah, maybe. A little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on the Twitch screen. You do have to get used to it. I did. See? I told you. I know. I know you. So this one fucking slaps so hard. I'm so into it. I thought he was gonna do another flip at the end. There's another clip. I've seen another clip where he does another flip, but he does do a lot. He does do a lot of flips. But I was 14, okay? Well, that's the perfect age to be into Mozart l'Opéra rock, I think. That's the perfect age to be to be listening to. Well, actually, it has some pretty mature songs, so it's even funnier. But I feel like a lot of people were into it when they were like 14 or something. Thinking about that. Don't trust strangers, but it's fine. Yeah, don't trust strangers. It's a good idea. This musical sounds fucking dope. And they're very Hamilton inspired. If you see the logo of this fucking musical, you're like, okay, yeah. The graphic design team was told to copy Hamilton, I see. But that's okay. This is another one. Another clip that I like. It's very new. There's no bootleg out yet. I'm so into this musical. I'm so into this musical. I'm so into this musical. I want a bootleg. Please, somebody go film a bootleg for me. Because I can't go see it. I'm not there. I don't know. They're probably in Paris. It's tunes. It's good tunes. It's very nice tunes. She doesn't do a flip, but she does do a drop, and that's pretty nice. A lot of these people do know how to do flips. Clad, she's singing the recipe of la tarte aux pommes. Is that true? Is that true? True or false? A friend of my friend is going to see this musical soon, actually, like in person, and I'm jealous. I am jealous. A friend of Evan's is going to see it, and I'm like, I want to see it. I want to see it. I wonder, actually, Cloud, if this musical is made by the same people who did 1789 Les Amants de la Bastille, because it sounds very similar. It does sound pretty similar. That one's also a good one. I really like that one as well. Wait, I can write it out for you in case I said it bad. Amants de la Bastille. That one. Well, it has the year. The year is actually pretty important as well. That one's pretty nice. 300 grams of sugar. Let's go. If you are a polyglot, then you're wasting your time. Why is that? Why is that? Learning language is super fun. But like, you know, I'm not near fluent, not even. It's good vibes. Musicals are cool. I want to hear more of them. I've actually never watched the entire thing, this one. I've only watched, I mainly know the one where he sings about being a god. The mainly that one. I think, I don't even remember exactly. I think I saw it first when somebody made an edit for Versailles, the TV show, where they put that song in the background. It was like a Versailles edit, which, yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. Ich spreche Deutsch and English et français. Wow, me too. Me too. And for me, well, okay, I would have to order it English, German, French. That would be the order of fluency. Then Japanese, probably, and then the others that I started learning and left behind. The concept of wasting time is a capitalist construct that seeks to exploit our productive labor. This is so true. The concept of productivity, you know, it's like, oh, what you're doing isn't productive, even though I think you could argue that learning languages is productive because, you know, it would even be good for capital if you go into the right, you know, profession. Could be good for capital. Languages are based. Knowing them is based. This is very true. Based. Fuck time. We don't like time. We don't need to appreciate or accept time. Man, the word productivity makes me cringe on a metaphysical level, says Purple. This is very true. Me too. Like, I say productivity sometimes as well, but I catch myself because, like, yeah, okay, I want to be productive for myself. I want to do stuff because I have so many ideas that I want to do. So, okay, it makes sense. But also, if you prioritize productivity above everything else, that's no way to live. Though your French accent is precious. I love it. I'm glad. That makes me happy. It'll get better. I'll learn more. I mean, I'm passively learning a lot by watching streams pretty consistently, but I do need to continue actively learning, otherwise it's not gonna work. Oh yeah, and of course I know Portuguese. Oi, gente. Obrigado. There you go. That's my Portuguese. Almost all of it. Yeah, my cousin got higher pay for knowing Korean. Can confirm. It's true. I know 3 languages at the moment. Learning a 4th. Let's go. I'm new to Twitch. Don't worry. Do not worry. Time is also cringe. It's true. I should give you a little bit of an overview of what we're going to be talking about today, and then we should start talking about it because we have so much time. We only have so much time. There's Tenchi in the background telling me, hello, speed up. Partais de nada is my only Portuguese. Partais? What does that mean? Speak Portuguese in a Cuban accent. I can barely speak Portuguese. I'm procrastinating on learning Polish. That's fair. Oh, I think Chris is a little bit behind. Chris was on stage flip right now. Are you a little behind in the VOD, maybe? But it very much is. No, we have time for news. I think I stacked the docket just well. So we have some news from last time to catch up on. It was International Men's Day on the 19th, apparently, and Trans Awareness Week as well. Two things I'm only aware of after the fact usually, but that's okay. And I have some Twitch things. They're just Twitch funny things and YouTube sad things. It's what happens sometimes. I wanted to mention it for a while now, so I put it at the top so that we can actually get to it. Then we have our Palestine segment. Loads, and are we zoomed in a lot, or am I just making the font bigger? Who knows? Palestine segment, loads of solidarity, a lot of solidarity. Then we're going to talk about the firing pause, at least, you know, that's what I would like to call it, because I think that's what it is. It's a truce, it's a firing pause. It's not a ceasefire, because they're going to start again. I don't even know if they actually paused. Yeah, I completely missed that Men's Day happened. Big W. I think it's a different one. I think it's a different Men's Day than our Men's Day. I was very aware being trans this day. But yes, full consciousness. That's crazy. I'm never fully aware. So good on you. Good on you. Yeah, we have the firing pause. We have a segment about systemic oppression, as well as, you know, just oppression in general. And then some miscellaneous things that I didn't know how to put into categories. Happens. Literal Nazi rallies and how to deal with them. Yes, let's talk about it. We have an anti-abortion push in the Philippines happening that I would like to talk about. Maybe if we have the time, these are if we have the time segments. We could talk about Pokemon's cookie controversy because it's dumb and I have thoughts. As always, it's dumb and I have thoughts. Ain't that the summary of this? And sad LGBTQ plus news in Mexico. What happened? I'll get to it. I will get to it. Don't know how the stream lagged. Maybe could happen. I don't know. It might be YouTube. Maybe they got mad at me for playing music. It's possible. All right. International Men's Day. I wanted to watch this clip specifically because this is one more person that I can follow on Twitch, and I take those. We take those. Pokemon who? I have a question. No, he's just telling you can ask your question. There's a little clip about this that was sent to me by Angel Tail, of course. I really like this model. There's so much going on in this model. It's so blue, dabbity. I'll refresh again. You got it, Chris. You got it. Transgender VTuber celebrates Men International Day. Let's go. I want to follow you on Twitch. It's like, I have a question. I'm not much on Twitter, but I know something about BB-8 recently, the grooming stuff. Any idea? It's just that he does. I have an idea. I know. It's just that he refuses to condemn Dream. That's what basically is the gist of it. He's saying that we should wait for the video because he was accused at some point. I know that, but his accusations were false. Proven false, you know, there were false accusation against him, so he kind of sympathizes with like being falsely accused of something. Of course, with Dream there's a lot of proof going around, so I don't know how false these accusations are, but yeah, he's not condemning him. Yeah, men, okay, yeah, it's a bummer. It's definitely a bummer. Let's hear what the blue person has to say. Blue dabba-dee dabba-die.
I'm gonna be talking about International Men's Day in this video, which was yesterday, November 19th.
November 19th, yeah, it's already passed by a bit. I'll make you a bit louder.
If you are a guy, I hope this is not the first time you have been learning about this. Are they like this?
I did not know about November 19th as International Men's. I only know National Men's Day, and National Men's Day is a bad time. Capital B, capital T, bad time. No good. I did answer. Okay, that's good. I did not know about this. Me neither. Also didn't, right?
Is often overlooked on social media. Is diminished and silenced. And I don't like that. I think you are deserving of praise and respect. You are the right type of people that are wholesome and caring. So here is number one. Your kindness and generosity to help others is not something to be ashamed of. You know, in some places, the rhetoric that if you help someone that is in distress or you are lending someone a hand, it's a bad thing. Because, you know, never be ashamed of being educated. Never be ashamed of giving someone a hand.
I agree. This VTuber voice is so calming, right? It's such a good voice. I agree, Cloud. Cloud said that in YouTube chat. I agree with that. It's very nice. Also, yeah, like I said, also didn't know that it was a thing, but I hope, we can call men out when they deserve it, but we can also, uplift the men who deserve to be uplifted, because there's also good men out there. Did you know?
If you consider it right, it's a beautiful thing, and society thrives in people helping each other. Number 2, your feelings and worries are quite important. They are not to be hidden by alcohol or addictions. If you are ever feeling in a dark place, if you have depression, if you are sad, if you feel like you are going nowhere in life and you want to give up, please reach out to a friend, an actual friend.
Talk about your feelings. Men too. Everybody can talk about their feelings with people. Not me though, but y'all say. I'm kidding. I have a man friend. Yay, let's go. Yes, it's solidarity, not selfishness. It's human nature. I would be inclined to agree. One is like, hey ladies, I'm a good man. Lol, JK, unless good man stand up. Let's go.
Same to you. I will not make a fun situation about what you are going through.
Yeah, you gotta get better friends. Gotta get good friends. No, what if VTuber addiction is bad? Well, VTuber addiction might be alright. It depends on how harmful your addiction is, right? You could have addictions that are more or less harmful for you, right? Right. It's all on a scale. It can be if it distracts you too much. Like if you actually cannot perform normal tasks anymore, then it would actually be too bad. That's true. It all depends how much of an impact it has on your day-to-day life. Mm-hmm.
That actually cares. I sincerely hope that none of you guys are depending on alcohol or things like that to mitigate the pain that you may feel emotionally. And if you are, I hope you find the strength to get out of that cycle.
Yes, I agree. I once again agree with the video that I've been sent by a cool person of a cool person. I mean, I understand addiction is not as easy as just saying, hey, stop. Obviously, I think everybody understands that, but that's mostly what a person can do who is not, like, close to whoever they're talking to, right? There's only so much you can do from behind a screen and saying, hey, there's support for you outside of your chosen addiction. I feel like that's already pretty helpful. The blue, yeah, like, the blue background and the whole animations and everything, it's very hypnotizing. I really like that. I like that about VTuber models, like, that are well made, like anime or whatever style. When there's like a lot going on, I'm like, okay, I'm staring at this now. That is nice. It's like visually stimulating. Also, hello, Angel. Hello.
Because it's not gonna end well. I sincerely hope that. Number 3. In a world where no one takes your feelings seriously, being a hard-working, honest man is something to be celebrated. And I mean...
Hey, good day, Super Mountain Guy. We're retroactively celebrating International Men's Day, I guess.
From the bottom of my heart. We have a lot of people, men and women, and many are just trying to leech off system. They are doing bad things. If you are hard-working, honest, and also smart about the things that you do, be proud of that. You deserve a standing ovation. And I will give you an emblem.
Let's go. Exactly. Because it doesn't matter whether you're a man, a woman, or anything else. As long as you're as long as we're all the working class, we can stick together.
I'm really proud of you for working really hard, for waking up around 6 to 7 a.m. and going to work and coming back home, exhausted, tired, only to repeat it the next day. It's not easy. I know what it's like. It's not an easy thing. And I have big, mad respect for you. You can do this. Keep it up.
Let's go. Motivational content, solidarity and motivational content. We are the proletariat, all of us, and no matter of gender or whatever. It's very
For
true.
the final thing, work diligently, improve your mind and body by sleeping correctly.
Oh, no, sorry, you lost me here. Gamer, the rest was great, but you lost me here. What? Take care of yourself? Me? Me too? No, please no, actually, I would rather not. Sleeping? Correct amount of hours? No. It's like a called out. Yeah.
things and having different activities that enrich you.
I do
Be
have
the best
activities. I do have activities. So I think I'm back on it. Imagine they said that you need to work out as well. me when I dream about rock climbing but don't do it.
Of yourself. You know, sometimes we're overworked, we're tired, we're exhausted. But that is not really an excuse not to take care of ourselves by sleeping a little bit more. If you are on the range of people that sleep less than 5 hours, try to bump this number.
I mean, sometimes I feel like I do sleep enough, actually. I just sleep at weird hours. My schedule is kind of like skewed in a way that, well, for me it works at the moment. Honestly, my sleep is fine at the moment. Let's be real. Sometimes we have a 2-week-long QSMP lore event. You know, sometimes we have things. Yeah, it's true. Damakuno sleeps less than 6 hours. Yeah, you should get a little bit more. I think so, yes. Question, someone who doesn't understand politics and someone who chats more than looking at the stream itself, do you like this video? I like this video, yes. It's a nice little shout out in support of men. In support of men sounds funny, but like in context of National Men's Day, I feel like it makes a lot of sense. You know, you don't have to support a single group of people, you can support the entire working class. Zecke has good sleeps? I think so. What is the secret to your power? I do fall asleep super quick. Like, that's something I can do. I don't know. It's just my power. It's those who are enough, yeah.
We're up to 6.
Sometimes we have a 6-month QSMP starting at midnight. Sometimes it happens. Hey, Eule, look, you got a gift. Did you see? Did you see that you got a gift? Ain't that cool? It was from Victor. I don't know if you get like a specific like thing or anything, but yeah, you got pulled in the gacha of the universe.
Or even 30 extra minutes a day. Because I feel like there is nothing better than waking up and be happy with who you are. I think this is what I mean. And I hope this video finds you well. I hope you like my content always. Thank you so much for listening. I will be catching up with you guys on the next video. Lem?
Lem, indeed. Lem, indeed. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is the top left fucking suggestion? Lem, indeed. We love our gym bros, our gym bros, and our guy bros. Yes, we do. Why are union representatives not VIP? Very important proletariat. That is the acronym. True, we could make union rep VIP as well, actually. Now that I have VIP. I have VIP since yesterday. Okay, I still need to think about that. The accent is so cute. I love the accent. It's very nice to listen to, like I said. There's another clip that I have from this person's stream. Also, I love their, like, vibe, their aesthetic. Their aesthetic is very nice. Mlem. Blep or mlem, perhaps both. ¿Por qué no los dos? Yeah, this one was like Angel already said, talking about they are talking about their gender. Slurp, perhaps? Even slurp? No mames.
I think it's not very correct questions as tweet lover, but if you can find out if you're transgender, but what gender are you before that? Are you asking me my gender? Are you asking me my gender? How dare you? I'm gonna expose you on Twitter right now. I'm joking. I'm just not put that the gender, dude. I don't care about those things. Honestly, focus on the content. Forget about that stuff, right?
Oh, I think I have it on faster. I'm like, wow, they're speaking really fast here. I have it on playing a little bit faster. That's my bad. I'm like, wow, they speak so fast on stream.
Right. Potato, Emil. Potato.
No care for gender. We're beyond that. That's not none of our concern. Their accent is so nice. The accent is so nice. The background and model, they build a nice vibe together as well with the overlays, really. I'm just giving compliments at this point. Like, look at the overlays. It all goes so nicely together. I really like this. For me, it's like a bit too ornate. I like a bit of a more simple style for myself, like a bit more simplistic. But for this like vibe, it goes together so well, you know? You know what I mean? It's very nice. The ornateness of it all as well. Good review. What I wanted to do here is follow Chonky, and maybe we can raid at some point. But last live 9 hours ago, so probably not today. I think the stream times do not overlap that often, but that's fine. That's okay. Just collab with them already. Gotta give them a lot of compliments first. Just getting a little closer step by step by dishing out compliments. Well-deserved compliments, by the way. I wouldn't dish out compliments willy-nilly, I'll let you know. I have very high standards for dishing out compliments. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The next little segment, again, is also a fun one before we get into the, more serious subject matter. Although we're going to start with solidarity, since that's also left over from last week, at least partially. So, we have some more positive stuff coming up before we get into the serious issues. Although, now that I look at it all, maybe we will get through everything today. I'm positive. I won't be free until you're on QSMP yourself. So true. Get me in there. I'm German. I can stream in German if you want, QSMP admins. It's fine. I can do German stream. You should get Germans on the island anyway. Me, for instance, potentially. There's an event on Twitch that I think looks fun. It's coming up. Twitch September, like event in December, is called the end of the year bonus round. So it's like September. I don't know September. I'm new to this, okay? Zach, I'm new to this. It looks quite try-hard. There is 25% site-wide discount on subs, 25% off gifted subs near the end of the month, new hype train emotes, which, I don't care about that much, and bits bonuses. That sounds nice. Sounds like a nice little thing, right? I don't know. I just wanted to make you aware of that. I think it's like, hey, there's some discounts in December. We can do that. Yeah, his name is Bussy, which is a crazy last name to have, but happens sometimes. Eule as #1 Twitch fan. Billy, actually a ghost tied to Mortal Realm because of a desire to see Zecke in the QSMP. It's so true. That's your unfulfilled business here. Oh my god, no way, Chris, no way. Yes. Zecke Sensei happens to have a time sync later. Too early. Another non-binary VTuber to consider connecting to. Their Media Star Dream. I believe they're German, no way, but they speak Spanish. Okay, or their partner's German. You're doing a little networking. I love the little networking. Bye, Cloud. Remember to boycott Black Friday. Yes, that's another thing that's going on, is a call to boycott Black Friday sales and stuff like that from big companies, etc. Poor Billy, just a little ghost hug. Good luck, Cloud. You got it. I believe in you. Yeah, that's just a little thing I wanted to shout out. Another thing I wanted to shout out, it's a very negative positive comparison, but I wanted to talk about it anyway, since we've been experiencing this for the last couple of days, weeks, a month almost. Yeah, it's Capitalism Friday. We do not participate in Capitalism Friday, thank you. I'm just sitting at home, and I'm gonna eat my beans that I have. Well, they're not beans, they're chickpeas. I'm gonna eat my chickpeas, and I won't even enter a fucking store today, I think. Yeah, I heard about the ad block thing. Yeah, YouTube accused of using illegal ad block detection, apparently. Wasn't there an article underneath this tweet? Well, I guess it disappeared now. Okay. They had an article, as the first reply earlier. But now the article is gone. Oh, there it is. It's just, it slid down a little bit. What's even Capitalism Friday? It's Black Friday. It's a sale after Thanksgiving and before Christmas on it's a big sale event thing where everything's on sale. I did give you the brushes from this one artist. That's a Black Friday thing. These are for free because of Black Friday, but I'm assuming that is not affected by the boycott. At least I'd be surprised. Well, I am literally in a clinic, so well. That makes me think, eating. I should do that. You should do that. You should get yourself a little snack every now and then. Yeah, YouTube accused of using illegal ad block detection in premium sub push, as we know. YouTube has been accused of using an illegal deployment of ad block detection tech in their push to get some users to subscribe to YouTube Premium, their service that provides ad-free viewing. As we know, they've been pretty adamant about this. Okay, I can't zoom in further or it looks like shit. Over the last few months, YouTube has continued to crack down on people using browser plugins to block ads and videos uploaded to their site. I'm still fine, by the way. I have an ad block and it's still going okay. You're currently sitting in the cantina waiting for 1 p.m. so you can grab seconds. Let's go, seconds. Let's go, seconds. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what we mean. If the website detects that you've installed adblock, it will limit you to just a few videos before disabling your access to view uploads entirely. At least in theory, this has never happened to me, personally. I'm just simply too cool, you know? Privacy expert Alexander Hanf, that's okay, Hanf has accused YouTube of illegally detecting ad blockers and filed a complaint with Ireland's Data Protection Commission. Apparently they're using an illegal detection of ad block plugins, which, stop, please. YouTube, stop, please. It has happened to me. I've heard of people who it has happened to. I think my friends as well. I don't know why I'm exempt from it. I'm free. I can watch how many YouTube videos that I want. I don't know why. I don't need adblock for YouTube. They've disabled ads in Russia. Five head move. Let's go. Just put your VPN to Russia and you'll be fine. Purple is saying, man, I just want to say that I've tried YouTube without adblock before and it's ridiculous. There's an ad literally every time you click on a video. Absolutely terrible. I mean, I know that from watching on mobile, because I do watch on mobile sometimes, like when I'm in the kitchen trying to cook something, and then an ad plays before every video, basically. Honestly, I'm like not that bothered about it. It's kind of okay, honestly. I mean, I do watch a lot of long videos too, so I mean, there's ads in the middle of those sometimes, but depends. I'm kind of fine with it, but I think you should still, like, ad blocks exist, and I feel like all these websites trying to find a way to circumvent it is annoying. I'm used to it, Purple, but I'm not happy to say that. Yeah, I'm also kind of used to it, honestly. I hate YouTube. Sometimes they put pieces of videos in my ads. What? Shaking my head. It's horrible. Why would they interrupt the ads with videos? Who wants that? On October 19th, so that was already a while ago, Alexander posted a thread on Twitter about his concerns as well as the complaints for others to submit themselves. Today, I filed a formal complaint against YouTube with the Ireland Data Protection Commission for their illegal deployment of ad block detection technologies on the basis that such a deployment requires consent under Article so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. He said in the first tweet, which that's good, because if they're able to do, like, if they don't give a shit, they will just deploy whatever, even though it breaches some sort of, like, security form or privacy form. That's no good. That is no good. Oops, my hand slipped and I unintentionally typed the name of a program that lets you patch YouTube on Android to remove ads. Oh no, Revance oh no, that's crazy. That is crazy. You best not let that happen again. No. Yeah, YouTube hasn't responded to the complaints as of writing, but we'll sure to update you if they do. I don't think they did. I don't think they will respond to that. I think they would like to brush that under the rug. They don't want to talk about it, because why would they? I do lament the fact that a lot of creative professionals go into creating ads because it pays the bill. Yeah, advertising is very much like an avenue that you might go into if you're a creative who's trying to have a job that's at least somewhat creative, but also pays the bills more than, other jobs. Whoopsie teehee. If only there was a mod to delete my message. Oh well. No moderators in this chat, of course. None here. That couldn't possibly happen here. What the hell? You best not let your hand slip and also post it to the Discord. Oh, that would be criminal. Best not. Absolutely. Let's talk about Palestine, because there's stuff going on. As always, stuff hasn't stopped going on. Might be the more accurate description of this, really. Stuff is still continuously going on in Palestine. There's, our first segment is about solidarity around the world, so let's go! Actually, a positive segment? No way. It happens. This was, again, half of this, I think. Yeah, about half of this. Maybe a little bit less than half of this was still from Tuesday that I didn't get to. This was an activist action at the Israel embassy in Los Angeles. And that's a good thing to do, right? Don't, like I said last stream too, don't go to the synagogues or that's you're misplaced there. Don't go to like regular Jewish people or regular Jewish like states of worship or anything like that. That's you're in the wrong place. Instead, go to like an embassy like this. That makes way more sense, I think. Okay, there's just music. Because the embassy is actually a representative of the state of Israel, unlike random synagogues, which are not, in fact, a representative of the state of Israel. So they basically... Can I zoom in a little bit more? I can. So basically, you see, they staged a protest here, making sure that the embassy cannot ignore them. I find that nice as, like, a public statement to make. And, of course, this also demonstrates that people are still talking about it. People are not shutting up about this just because, well, this was before the firing pause, I'm pretty sure. But, you know, it was like, it's ongoing. And every now and then you might be worrying that support for Palestine is waning, that people are paying less attention to the matter, but people are keeping up the pressure. Yeah, embassies are a way, way, way better target for protest. I agree. Like anybody, any protest in quotation marks that targets a synagogue is just, they're not a pro-Palestine protest anymore at that point, I think. If they actually target the synagogue and, you know, if they're accidentally close to it, then it's a bit more like murky water. You don't really know. You gotta like look into the statements made by the group in order to figure out if they're actually a pro-Palestine protest or just an anti-Semitic one. But this is the right way to go, 100%. If you're trying to continue awareness. I want to commission you on drawing Le Juste Mintos scene. I could hit me up. My email is linked on my commissions page. Wait, do I have my links? I don't think I have my links as a command here in FasaBot yet. Maybe I do. Do I? I think I do. Links? Wait, let me try that out. Yeah, I do have my links linked. I have my links linked. They're right here. you can. If you have the spare change, traveler. Yeah, socials are also on YouTube chat. That is true. What do you think about high school students walking out of classes to protest? Absolutely. They should absolutely do that. Disrupt public flow of life in, you know, any way possible, I think, in order to keep awareness up. Gaza has a terrible acronym, WCNSF, Wounded Child, No Surviving Family. God, that is fucking terrible. That's fucking sad. Yeah, that happened yesterday in Victoria too. Oh, I have other videos from, oh yeah, not in Victoria though, but I have a Sydney school. I don't know where that was exactly anymore. We'll get to that when we get to it. It is happening. Oh, this is a YouTube video. See, yeah. Angel Tail linked this one as well. Japanese protesters as well. Shame on you after Turkey. Now Blinken greeted with protests in Japan over Gaza war. As they should. I see, you found the edit panel option. I did, but I haven't finished my panels yet. Or started. I mean, I made a concept for my panels, but I have not made them yet. That's another thing that I want to do this week. One of many, many things that I want to do this week. It's getting a little tight. Oh my god. Oh, that's just music, I guess. The Japanese protesters termed the ongoing bombardment of Gaza Strip a genocide. Maybe I can... No, I can't turn it off. I should probably read that out loud for listening-only viewers. In today's world, the major powers, like the ones who are gathering here today, continue to take positions that support it, in parentheses, the massacre and Israel. Yeah, you can't really see it. I came here today to protest because I thought that should not be overlooked either. Even before the recent massacre, Japan had concluded an economic agreement, I should make it a little bit quieter if I'm going to talk over her, I think, with Israel, and has continued to support Israel's occupation. Yeah, just like Germany as well. Like many countries. Massacre and persecution of Palestinians, I believe that this is not unrelated to those of us who live in Japan. So Israel is massacring the people of Gaza, and the G7 is effectively supporting it. In reality, we should be applying economic sanctions and various other things. Exactly, we should be treating Israel the exact same way that we treated Russia at the beginning of that war, right? More like identified as a genocide. It is. It should be identified as a genocide because that is what is happening. Like, Russia was immediately hit with sanction after sanction after sanction. This brand leaving Russia, that brand leaving Russia, you know, like no support for them from the West or anywhere, frankly. And the same thing should happen with Israel, I think. Hello, you're back home! Caliban's back home!
G7 はそれを事実上支持しているわけです。本当は経済制裁やさまざまな形でプレッシャーをかけて
economic forms of pressure to stop it, but we are in effect accomplices to it. I came here today to strongly protest against that. Japan has a connection to both Israel and Palestine and is in a better position than other countries to say ceasefire and stop the massacres. It is. Like, Germany as well. Germany would be in a great place, in my opinion, to say stop the massacres and, you know, ceasefire now, but they don't. Yet it does not say so properly and has effectively supported Israel. That is already a real shame, and I hope they will change their attitude. Thank you. We get so much tragic news every day, more than anything else. I decided to come today, not because I don't understand the political situation or anything, but about the Middle East, but because I thought that if there is a place where I can disagree as a human being, then I should attend. Exactly, that too is a very valid point made by this person who came to the protest, because you don't have to be an expert on the Middle East in order to have an opinion on this, because a genocide is taking place. It is pretty easy to stand up against genocide, in my opinion. Coming straight into the heavy topics, let me be chill for a minute. Nope, no chill right now, sorry. The chill segment is already over. The first hour might have been a little more chill. Israel is to protest because of their past and its people, and it sucks. Yeah, it's this equivocation of Israel with every Jewish person ever, which is a false equivalency. People, like, countries shouldn't be making it, but they do anyway, and that's how we're here today. I mean, even Macron, right? Even Macron spoke out in favor of a ceasefire by now, which is crazy. I didn't think that would happen anytime soon, but it did. So that's something. Zach is saying in YouTube chat, I hate how when people talk about the Israel-Palestine conflict, they bring up 60 to 70-year-old history and completely ignore the last 20 years. I mean, what do you mean by that? Elaborate on that. Hello, welcome to stream as well. Elaborate on that. I think it's important to bring up the history as well, because Palestine has been, the Palestinians have been suppressed and have been being, like, pushed into smaller and smaller parts of Palestine for many years, for about 70 years. Yes. Professor Layton is also back. Let's go. It's a very good point. Even without knowing the whole story, you should protest genocides. Yeah, that's clear as well. Like, you don't need to have a clear view of the entire history. But even if you look at the history, it isn't any better, because it's historically been happening. Palestinians have had it really, really hard, historically speaking, as well, you know? Yeah, there you go. That's the entire story. Thank you for sharing that. Like, the support for Palestine extends way beyond just, you know, the West, Germany, whatever. Hello, YouTube chat. Being an expert on the Middle East would be an amazing feat. Modern conflict in the region runs all the way back to 1902. Yeah, being fully informed would take weeks, if not months, of research. Exactly. Like, if you actually, you can only be an expert about so many things as a regular person, or even, like, as a person who's generally interested in politics. You can only be an expert on so much. So it makes sense that you don't have to know every single thing about this like 100-year-old conflict, but you can speak out against Palestine. I do too, but not one mainstream coverage has mentioned how the Trump administration recognized the occupied Golan Heights, East Jerusalem, and West Valley of the West Bank as Israel territory. Yeah, true. I did in fact not hear about that much yet, at all. Happy to see Professor Layton here. He would be smart enough to have good political takes. It is true. It is true. It is true. Oh, today's Wheat's birthday, and now I'm closer to death, being 22 now. Damn, I'm old. Well, you're 22. I think you've still got a little bit of a ways to go until death. I think, aren't humans at like their peak at 23 or something like that? 23-ish, something like that. Happy birthday to you. Regardless, happy birthday to Weed. Do countries being on Israel's side have commercial perks on being with them, or is it simply all about Islamophobia? Well, they also have like a lot of economic ties. That definitely factors in as well. I mean, they've been sponsoring Israel for a long time, and Israel's pretty strong in that aspect, so that factors in as well. But the Islamophobia also factors in. It's like a nice little double combo, honestly. They go hand in hand. They're like doing a little handshake thingy. Hello, Kubo. Hello, Kubo in YouTube chat. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. If 23 is peak, then I'm already declining. I've been declining since birth, baby. I'm kidding. No, for me, of course, it's the opposite, because I will peak at 60. Can't wait. It'll be crazy. Because, no, I don't have any reasoning for that. Just believe me. Source? Believe me. Thank you. Did you hear that Israel War Room Twitter tried to instigate conflict between Singapore and Malaysia and ended up just absolutely clown on? I did not hear about that, no. But I can imagine. That sounds like an unlikely plan for them to succeed, I think. Really trying my best not to drink too much today. Yeah, drink in moderation, okay? Otherwise it might really be the start of the decline, you know? It depends a little, doesn't it? There's also been a lot of homophobia sprinkled into this discourse. That is very true. That is extremely true, Zach, because of course it's everywhere. They like to claim Israel is the perfect progressive state, and if you're LGBTQ+, you should be pro-Israel. Actually, I think you shouldn't be pro-fascism under any circumstance. It's big surprise here. I'll be at my best around a 98, actually, statistically. There we go. Statistically proven. What kind of statistic is that? The one from Billy's head, obviously. Be gay, do war crimes. Exactly. That is not what we meant when we said be gay, do crimes. We meant like cool crimes, not war crimes. But what if the fascists are gay? Then fuck them. Fuck them regardless. Yeah, it's Wheat's birthday today. Not mine, though. Have we talked about the Dutch yet? I've not talked about the Dutch, actually. I've not talked about the Dutch. I should talk about the Dutch, though. I should talk about the Dutch, but I didn't put that on the docket yet today. Source, don't worry. I know it. I simply know it. It's you, right? There's a little display of why tweeting and spreading awareness works. I feel like I like to sprinkle these in every now and then. This person Hurt Copain. I've never had to read out this username before. I see it a lot, but whatever. You've probably seen if you're on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, you know, you're better than all of us anyway. In case you thought tweeting and sharing about the situation was useless, he's received this message from someone in the DMs on Twitter. Hi, Syed. I'm a Jewish Israeli. I was born and raised here my whole life, not really knowing what's the history. Just wanted to say thank you for opening my eyes to the Palestinian cause. Now the missing puzzle pieces are connecting. My heart is in deep pain for the Palestinians. I wish I could help. It's so scary to say something against the government here. You'll automatically get attacked for it. So, you know, you can break out of this brainwashed propaganda bubble, because obviously, as we know, Israel used to be, at least, very good at propaganda, and especially for their own citizens, it's of course extra easy to get a lot of propaganda in there, in those heads. But with enough like talking about it, and enough information being shared, you can actually make some people realize that what they've been told might not be quite true. Well, we're now seeing how shitty their propaganda really is. Yeah, like I have to assume it used to be better. Because like, how come otherwise? It's not my birthday, actually. It's not my birthday, it's Wheat's birthday. Also, no news site is mentioning how 76% of Israelis strongly oppose the Netanyahu administration. Yeah, people don't like Netanyahu. People do not like Netanyahu. Israel is not united. Like, Israelis are not united behind Israel. Not at all. It was more subtle, I guess. It must have been, right? Like, it must have been at least more subtle, if not better in general, because otherwise it's not gonna work. Smartphones make propaganda a tad bit more difficult. Yeah, if you have actual pictures from the ground, you cannot really propaganda against them very well because, well, they're actual pictures from the ground. Well, what are you gonna say in order to refute that? It's not that easy. I mean, technically speaking, propaganda has been around even without the internet. Yeah, it's just that information propagates faster now, I suppose. Exactly, I think. Too soon to make a joke on his name with a nya side inside. Maybe a little too soon. Perhaps. Nerds, hey, hello, Siska. What's up? How are we doing? Are you doing well? I hope you are. I think this is why Russian propaganda, for example, looks so blatantly wrong to people from the West. Probably. It probably is. It's like, if you're exposed to every side of the argument, if you are exposed to so much information, propaganda becomes a little bit less effective, I suppose. I'm wondering if anyone's already working on a paper/research of AI and its influence on propaganda. I hope so, because it can definitely play a role, but so far it's not played a very good one. Like, if we were like, not a very effective one. Good, it wouldn't be good anyway, but it wasn't effective yet either. I mean, if you remember, Israel made some AI propaganda posters, and they were very, very quickly called out for being AI, and everybody just kind of laughed about it, honestly. I say, Billy, who are you? Billy is my co-conspirator in QSMP shenanigans. And a French person. And a French person, of course. Angel said, I'm actually talking with someone, an online friend who has relatives in Israel. They told me they support a ceasefire, but they have a both sides way of thinking about the situation. Yeah, like how peeps in Gaza were given the chance to govern themselves but failed. You're thinking, hoping to invite them to at least participate in Jewish Voices for Peace virtual rallies so that they could listen to other Jewish folks about what's happening. You feel that might not be able to talk openly freely to people who aren't Jewish. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's a better stance to have. I would prefer, like, people living in Israel to have this opinion rather than another one, but would be better to be even more informed. A French person? Yes. Yeah, Siska, you already met. It's true. Listen, I just need a Discord name. Billy, I don't think you are on the Discord, actually. But it's the same username as on YouTube, so there's that. But I do understand, yeah, there's a lot of like different usernames going on, so you don't know who's who and all of that. There was a protest in San Francisco as well. Yeah, Billy is just Billy. I ain't doing the Discord things. No need. It was on the Bay Bridge, Jewish Voices for Peace, in a Bay Area. This is Jewish Voices for Peace again. Dozens are shutting down the bridge during commuting hours, demanding a ceasefire in Gaza while Biden is here in San Francisco. That was, again, a little while ago now, like a week ago now, more than that, a bit. November 16th. No Gaza genocide, no more bombings, stop killing children. Pretty simple demands, once again, I would think so. Yeah. Blocking bridges and all of that. Again, based protests from all around the world. Hey, Aiden! Hello, you caught a stream this week? No way! No mames! Welcome. it is expected for you, a Flemish person, to hate the French. I don't really, but I do for the memes. Of course, everyone does it for the memes, obviously. I don't even pretend. I'm way too much of like of an enjoyer of various French things in order to even pretend to hate the French. I have way too many things that I'm way too obsessed with that are in fact French that I could even pretend. It just wouldn't be right. Blocking a bridge is incredibly powerful. It is. It's way like it's much more powerful than blocking like a normal street, because this bridge is like the one way in and out. Often, or like one of 2 or 3 ways going in and out of a place. So that will definitely make an impact. And especially since this was done while Biden was like on scene, it makes a lot of sense. I hope there are no jail the protesters comments. Yeah, I hope so too. There's some more pictures from here and more videos of the bridge. A lot of pictures and a lot of videos of the bridge. As they should be. I feel like, yeah, of course there's always the usual, like, there is the usual comments. You made me check the comments. Biden was there to see it. He wasn't, like, on scene, I think, but he was in San Francisco at the time. I'm just sort of glad that the demons are outing themselves for what they are. Yeah, I suppose. You can join the Discord. Of course you can. Wait, that was to YouTube chat. I think, do we have a Discord command? Me and Crow both trying at the same time. Nice. It only took one of them though. Rude. It ignored my ignored my plea for Discord and only answered to Crow's. Of course, people saying, what happens if someone has an emergency or needs to go to the hospital? I'm sure there's ways to reach a hospital still. Emergency vehicles, you know, always the typical, like, responses to this sort of thing. Or Discord? A gourd? Discord? Which gourd? No, different chord. That gourd, actually. StreamElements accepted you as the true power there. Oh no. StreamElements, please be nicer to me. We have another clip of solidarity. I don't actually know where this is from, but it was a child speaking out against the genocide happening against also children, a lot of children, as we know, at a rally.
I'm sorry your childhood was taken away from you.
Loud. Wait a second.
I'm sorry the leaders turned away from you.
There you go.
I'm sorry the world failed you. I'm sorry. Your pain is my pain. We're both children, but I wake up to an alarm clock. You wake up to the sounds of bombs. I wake up to mama saying, Mehdi, you're gonna be late to school. You wake up to your mama saying, hurry up, we need to move. I brush my teeth, you brush off the wounds. I wash my face, you wash off the blood. I go to school, you go to war. I watch the news, you are the news. I scream free Palestine, you scream for help. We're both children at the same age, but I'm privileged and you're oppressed. The thing that I could do is promise you. I promise that I will keep you in my prayers. I promise that I'll stand up for you. I promise that I will raise my voice for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a very moving video, I think, in my opinion. So that's why I wanted to show it to you. Thank you to Angel Tail for sharing. Of course, on Instagram, I always have to go into my browser extension in order to make it a little bit more quiet. That's a very educated kid, a very eloquent and educated kid. I wonder if he wrote the text himself, because it's very, very powerful. It's very nicely done. It's a very nicely done text, very emotionally moving text. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sometimes the news are very sad around here. Hugs all around for everyone. Also, like Aiden said earlier to the bridge thing, they are just they're not glued to the bridge or anything like that, so they can get up and move if an ambulance needs to pass through. Aunt here saying, lost me at prayers though. No, also prayers. We can also appreciate some prayers, even if we don't believe in that. Gotta leave for today. Take care, Zecke. Take care, Billy. See you around. Have fun. Have a good day. Have a good weekend as well. Good luck. Have fun. Like, yeah, there's little to add. You know, it's just a powerful message that I would like to boost, as is most of these solidarity things. because that's just a manner of things. It's nice, again, like I always say, it's nice to see that people are still talking about this, that people are not forgetting about it and not shutting up about it. But they are shutting down Fisher German, a company, which we'll read more about in a second. On top of, I'm on the rooftop of Fisher German. Fisher German manages the, wait, can you pause for a second, my friend? The Shenstone property used by Israel's largest weapons manufacturers to build engines for military drones. A lot of companies are involved in manufacturing weapons. So a lot of places are potential targets to shut down if you want to do something for Palestine as an activist group. Here's a video.
Good morning, everyone. I am on the rooftop of Fisher German, which is in Manchester. It's an office building in Manchester on Deansgate. Fisher German rent out properties to Elbit Systems, which is Israel's largest weapons manufacturer. They're based in England. Fisher German are renting out property right now in the UK. Weapons are being built and used by Israel to drop on Palestinians in this genocide that's been happening over the last month. Get yourself down here now. Join Palestine Action. It's time for action, not words. I'm on the roof. Come and join me. Get down to Manchester Deansgate. Bring your flags, banners, music. Bring something comfy. It's not going to rain all day. Let's show Manchester what we're made of. Big love, everyone. Join Palestine Action.
Yeah, that's basically a call out for people to come and join him, and people did come and join him. In fact, he was not alone on this rooftop for very long, because there's a little crowd. At least I think so. Yes, you can hear the crowd. He's setting it up and everything. It's a based Scottish guy, not very rare, I think. Yeah, there's just a video of him fastening the flags on the screen, etc. I don't know if I have a links command on YouTube. I think I do, but I'm not super sure. Socials? Oh yeah, it's socials on YouTube, actually. That's true. Very based. Very based. It's true. Yeah, since the US supports Israel with war tech, many places are producing things that end up in the hands of Israel. It's true. Sorry, gotta go. We might need to redo some work. Someone deleted it? Aw, no. Siska, that's so sad. That sucks, man. That sucks. I hope you get it done quickly. Maybe you can recover it? Probably not. But you can redo it quickly at least. Wait, Tadpoles is Lady. Ah, nice remix of the name. So yeah, this is direct action. This is what direct action looks like. I mean, you're all aware of that. There's also a thread of there's also been a lot of displays of indigenous solidarity from around the world, which makes a lot of sense because a shared struggle and everything. This makes a lot of sense. I wanted to show you as well a video from that. I don't know, does this have, I think it's okay, I can show you this. It's just videos straight from various protests. From Chile to the US and Canada to New Zealand, indigenous communities around the world are demanding liberation for Palestinians and a last end to Israel's attack on occupied Gaza. In Chile, this is in Chile. This is in New Zealand, in Auckland. This is in California.
Eviction notice.
New Zealand.
From the people of Aotearoa to the ambassador of Israel to New Zealand.
Coast Salish People's Block the Boat action. Thank you for putting it on screen. Against an Israel weapons ship in Tacoma. We've seen this one before, I think. This is in Canada. Indigenous people protesting for pre-Palestine in the United States. Names of Palestinians killed by Israel attacks on Gaza in New Mexico, Virginia.
Against children, against Indigenous peoples all over the world are rising up and standing with Palestine as I see it, because our blood knows their pain. We are people who have endured forced removal, forced displacement, theft of land, theft of culture, and targeting to this day for extractive industry and development. We can see what's happening in front of us, and there is still time to stop it. We stand in solidarity with our Palestinian relatives.
Yeah, it just makes sense. The size of that list was actually, that's pretty bone chilling. I would agree. Like, putting it into, like, there's a lot of ways in which you can put the lives lost into perspective, because if you just see a number on the screen, even if it's a big number, it's like unfathomable, right? That's the same thing for any big number, whether it be casualties in an event like this or it be viewers on a live stream. Like, I see Selvit is live with 30,000 people. I'm like, okay, that's a good number. I know that. That's a pretty big number. I don't know. I couldn't possibly imagine what 30,000 people look like in person. But they fill more than a stadium. That is actually insane. Yeah, 13,000 dead is one thing, and a full list of names is another. And if you see like visual representations in any sort of way, it really makes it real, you know? Because numbers on a screen or written in a newspaper are always kind of ephemeral. You don't really know what that means. You can't really picture that. But if you see it like made visual in any sort of way, it becomes a whole lot realer very quickly. Happy Native American Heritage Month. Oh, it's Native American Heritage Month? I didn't know. Let's go. There were also calls for solidarity during the National Day of Mourning in Plymouth and the parallel event by natives in Mexico, I believe. That's nice. That's nice. It becomes real and it becomes scary, as Joestar says. That's true. Because, like, it's unfathomable amounts of death, right? That's something that the human brain just cannot really wrap themselves around. Like, putting that into reality. It's a like, that's a big part of the discussion around the Holocaust as well, that it's so much cruelty that it's unfathomable, that is basically unreal, that is not something that you can even talk about or make art about or any sort of way. Like, it becomes hard to talk about because it's so unreal in that way, you know? We have more solidarity though, so moving on. The 2 deaths that I've come across in my life are still something I have some gripes with, and this is 13,000. Yeah, I know, right? Of course, personal deaths are always going to hit harder, and a lot of us don't have personal relatives in Palestine or in you know, any area, the Gaza or the West Bank, but a lot of other people do. There are a lot of people who do have the connections, and maybe you have the connections via a friend or a friend of a friend or something like that, like less direct, but a connection nonetheless. You know. This is a video from Sydney Town Hall, school strike for Palestine. This is not a video, this is actually a picture, so I will read this out loud. I was going to press play, but it is in fact not a video. One says, was gone for a while, Zecke got called mom in chat. Yeah, I know, it happens, I guess. I stand here today as the grandson of a Holocaust survivor to say that I stand against all genocides and I will not let the state of Israel speak for all Jews. As we've heard plenty of times, we hear this over and over again. And yet, I feel like our leaders don't recognize the reality of that, of this fact. There's another picture that kind of shows the scope of this protest, the scale of this protest, because it wasn't just a few students, it was a lot of students. School strike for Palestine, Sydney Town Hall, Gadigal land. I definitely know where this is. So is it Sydney or Gadigal? I don't really know. I don't really know where this is actually. But it's a big strike, okay? It's a big protest in a big city. That's what I can see. I might actually have pretty close connections to people in Israel or Palestine from my Jewish grandpa. Maybe that's possible that you have like blood connections there that you just don't know about. Gadigal are the people, I think. Okay. That is your thing. That's fair. Just a sea of people. Holy hell! Like, right? Every time I see a big like huge crowd of people like that standing up in solidarity. I'm happy about it. Of course, the comments are mixed. Naturally, the comments are mixed as always, but you know, well, let's not dwell on it so much. Mainstream media will just not cover it, unfortunately. They don't. They don't. I partake in mainstream media every now and then, German mainstream media, because, you know, the television is on when I talk to my mom sometimes. That's my main way of consuming that. Sometimes we listen to the radio as well. The radio does not. The radio does not cover this. They could just as well be talking about the protests around the world, but they never mention them. Bizarre. Almost like they do that because their government, our government, doesn't support Palestine, but the people do. So Sydney is basically on their native land, I believe, but I don't know a lot about Australian Aboriginals. I don't either, but thank you for letting me know what you do know. That's very helpful. There's another one from Japan, by the way, which Angel has also linked to me. Thank you very much. This is a video and there's a translation over top. I'll let it play, but not that loud. I mean, if you understand, good on you. I think something human on human koroshteru? I don't know. No, I'm not gonna try and translate this. That will be painful, I think. I'm gonna read the translated text over top though. A participant complained in front of this place. Do you think a genocide is okay? Is it okay as a company? Is that why you can sleep peacefully every day? I'm not enjoying anything right now. Thank you, Tenchi, for the... Tenchi is actually translating it right now, but he's translating it into dog German, Vau Vau, so that doesn't really do anything for me, but he doesn't understand. They do nothing about the genocide, but are complicit in supporting it. I don't want to live in a world like that. Again, it's a small protest, but, you know, every protest counts. Yeah, they're speaking to the company. They're speaking to the company. Any progress happening in Japan, I'm glad about it. Dog, if you will. You might. Yes, you might. Yeah, oh, that's the Nippon aircraft supply. Yes. Yes, that you sent. It has ties to a partnership with Elbit Systems, the Israel drone weapons maker. Right, they had recent... I feel like that was pretty recent. I think the article that you sent, I like read over it a bit. They had made recent connections and... The hashtag says Nihon aircraft supply. Thank you. Right. I could have read that. I could have taken the second to try and read that. I could have actually read that. I just gave up. I just didn't even try. Sometimes, you know, gotta put more effort in than that. Damn it, streamer, come on. Put your back into it. Thank you for the context and welcome to the chat. Yes. It's like you can read sometimes. It would have gone like Iyakura futo. And then I wouldn't have known that this one isn't that say? It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. Josu. Yeah, but I didn't even try it. Oh boy. I'm glad to see any amount of progressive movements in Japan because, of course, Japanese culture, as we know, the nail that sticks out gets hammered down, etc., etc. So like, it's not that easy to be a progressive person in Japan. So I'm glad that people are showing up for that. What is that, Tenchi? Fuck Netanyahu? Merk? No way. He's saying all of these things. You speak dog? That's great. I wish I could. I wish I could understand his language better. We're gonna talk about the firing pause. This is an article from the 22nd, so 2 days old. A little Japan W. I'm a dog. You got that dog in you, probably. That's why. This is an article from Al Jazeera. Of course, Israel, Hamas agreed to truce, paving way for some captives to be released, right? 50 women and children held captive in Gaza will be released in exchange for Palestinian women and children in Israel's prisons. Because, in case we weren't aware of that, because, of course, that's, again, something that people do not talk about, because that would make their whole points a little bit more difficult to make. Palestinians are also held captive by Israel. A lot of them, by the way. A lot of them. I wonder if they will give the number in this article or not. Israel and Hamas have agreed to a temporary pause in the war that will enable the release of about 50 people who have been held captive in Gaza since Hamas armed groups stormed southern Israel on October 7th in exchange for Palestinians held in Israeli jails. Because they do that. Yeah, finally they actually do something. They did the bare minimum, finally. I am surprised. Chris is saying, doing casual research, unbelievable. There's 8 separate plans to, that's the word is behind the heart. To try and achieve peace between Israel and Palestine under a 2-state solution. More plans if you count single or triple state solutions. Yeah, I think a single state solution is probably the most, like, reasonable plan, right? Because that just makes the most sense to me. A 1-state solution would. But it's a long way till we get there, I think. The Israel cabinet backed and the agreement after talks on a Qatar mediated deal that continued into the early hours of Wednesday morning, with Israel media reporting heated exchanges between ministers of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government. Yeah, they don't want to. Go full Belgium. 1 country, 6 governments. Sounds bad. Actually, doesn't sound so good. In the end, only 3 of the 38 members of the cabinet voted against the truce. That's a surprising number, actually. Why does Belgium have 6 governments, Antje? What happened there? National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir and 2 other members of his far-right political party. Not surprised there. The Prime Minister's office said the deal would require Hamas to release at least 50 women and children during the 44-day truce. Not 40. It's only 4 days. It's supposed to happen today, the hostage release. We'll get to that. What would a 3-state solution even look like? True. I kind of just glossed over that. What would that even be? I've never heard that before, actually. For every additional 10 hostages released, the pause would be extended by a day, it said, without mentioning the release of Palestinian prisoners in exchange, which they will get to. Oh, Angel posted something in chat. One feels that by helping Zecke Sensei find and showcase different solidarity actions for Palestine, as well as other silly, crazy, interesting, caring news and videos around the world, maybe this would help with the larger political project to make talking about the stuff that matters, politics, more normalized. Yeah, right? Energized and creative instead of it being treated as boring and even banned. My hope is that people who have no politics in their streams would feel inspired to ignore their own rule and even remove it. Inspired by me. Aw. Long post. No worries. Very real, right? Because talking about politics, like how, for example, Vosh also does it, even like Hassan as well would be an example for this, manages to talk about politics in a way that it's not like super dry, you know. There's also more fun segments interspliced with the more serious talk. Of course, when you're covering a genocide, it can only be so uplifting. Like there's a certain barrier there, how uplifting your coverage can be if you're talking about a subject matter such as this. But of course, if you're covering your local news, or more local, as in Germany, then you can be way more comedic about it. Antje is talking about the government in Belgium, by the way. 1 federal, 1 for each language community, Flemish, French, German, 1 for Brussels, and 1 for some reason, additionally. Nice. And for the Senate, of course. Yeah, okay. Sure. Israel's government is committed to return all the hostages home. Tonight, it approved the proposed deal as a first stage to achieving this goal. Took them long enough. They've been bombing the place where the hostages were kept for long enough, I think, it said in a brief statement. Hamas, which controls Gaza, also released a statement confirming that 50 women and children held in the territory would be freed in exchange for Israel releasing 150 Palestinian women and children from Israeli jails. As you see, they probably have a lot more, like, in reserve in order to be doing an exchange that is lopsided like this. Yeah. But I'll definitely do several. I think 1.5 months now. It's been going on. Yeah, it's been going on for a long time. I mean, that lines up so well with the Hannibal directive. Like, look at this fucking exchange rate. It said that Israel would also stop all military action in Gaza and that hundreds of trucks carrying humanitarian, medical, and fuel aid would be allowed into the territory. Huge if true, but also an actual ceasefire would be much huger. Huger, definitely a word, don't worry. Biden speaks for 5 minutes saying the deal is very close. The accord is the first truce of a war in which Israel has flattened vast swaths of Gaza, which is home to about 2.3 million people. Palestinian officials say that at least 14,100 people have been killed, while the United Nations says that about 1.7 million people have been forced from their homes, which is an insane number. That is an insane number. Hamas killed at least 1,200 people in its attack on Israel. As you can see, that doesn't make up the vast majority of that number. That makes up less than half. Less than a tenth, actually. We have more info on that as well, because Bisan posted a video, Bisan being one of the journalists that are reporting live from the ground in Gaza, whom you've probably, if you watch my streams, you've definitely seen before. And she posted a video about this as well.
Bisan from Gaza.
Loud.
Still alive, and these are the updates. You've probably heard about a truce to be announced this evening or tomorrow. You need to know these things about this truce. First, it's temporary. It's just for 4 to 6 days, while we need a ceasefire, a completely and immediately ceasefire. So we need to keep posting and publishing about what is happening in Gaza Strip, because this is not guaranteeing the end of the military operations in Gaza Strip. This period is not enough to pull the dead bodies from under the rubble and bury them. To search about the
yeah, 4 days is not enough. I mean, that is very clear. I'm pretty sure it will just be 4 days, because 6 days wasn't even mentioned in the article that we read. It is not enough time. Even 4 days, getting aid into Gaza in 4 days is going to be a challenge, I think. Also, I'm very glad that she's still alive, yes, as well. Aiden's saying, I hope the hostages rile up some people in Israel, like maybe they're mad about Israel indiscriminately bombing everywhere around them. I'm pretty sure they definitely are, but I don't know if it'll be enough in order for them to do anything against their government.
Asking people to open the roads, to treat the injuries, to evacuate people who are stuck in the north for weeks, who are besieged in their homes. This truce did not guarantee anyone to go back to his or her home in the north, because it did not guarantee that the Israeli soldiers, the Israeli tanks will get out of Gaza Strip. Even there were plans, they will stop over North Gaza just for 6 hours a day during the truce. So the thing is, we need a ceasefire. We need to go back to our homes. 1.7 million people are internally displaced and need to go back to their homes.
Yeah. The thing is, that is not Israel's plan, right? We know what Israel's plan is. Israel's plan is to clear out the entire Gaza Strip and get everybody moving into, Egypt and the south and out of there. It saddens me that after 4 days, bombing of children and women would continue. Ceasefire is the answer, 100%. That is what everybody has been calling for around the world. A pause is not enough. It's not like, oh, thank you, Israel. Thank you for doing a little pause on your genocide, to let people breathe and then continuing your fucking genocide. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if you're continuing afterwards as usual. Then it doesn't make enough of an impact at all. I also think it's nice to see that she's still doing okay, though. So this is a live tracker. Israel-Hamas war. Son of senior Hezbollah lawmaker was killed in a strike on Lebanon border as it happened. There's general updates here. The thing that I wanted to show you, because Crow has sent me this link, thank you very much. No hostages to be released before Friday, says senior Israel official. So they planned it that it will happen on Friday specifically, which is today. That was from 2 days ago. Hello, Shang. What did you miss? A bunch of Israel news, Israel-Palestine news, as always. And before that, just some chit-chat mainly. Mainly chit-chat. Yeah, the homes that are mostly rubble now, they don't want people to go back to their homes. It's not in the plan at all. It's like putting a band-aid on a gaping 10-inch wide wound, basically. Also, I've shared the latest news on the truth in content suggestion. Is this not this? Or have you shared something newer? Because I did scroll through the entire thing. Oh, there's more. There's new stuff, I think. True, there is. There is. Is this the same? No, I think this is not the same. Okay. This is saying a senior Israel official has said that the planned exchange of some Palestinians held in Israel prisons for Israeli hostages in Hamas has been delayed until at least Friday. Which, that is probably good to ensure that the firing pause will be upheld until Friday at the very least. In a statement, Benjamin Netanyahu's national security advisor Tsachi Hanegbi said, the release will begin according to the original agreement between the parties and not before Friday. Because I guess afterwards I wouldn't trust Israel to keep chilling, I suppose. Yeah, there was a 1 day ago update. You know, this is a live blog where you can check updates going on. But Crowset, you posted a more recent one. Thank you. Tenchi in the background talking to me. Yes, I will accept cookies. Thank you. Short-term ceasefire in Israel-Hamas war takes effect on Gaza Strip. Positive, I hope. I would like a positive effect, please. Happened like a few hours ago. Yeah. An initial 4-day ceasefire in the war between Israel and Hamas took effect on Friday morning in Gaza. Okay, so it's only started on Friday. I thought it started yesterday or maybe on the 22nd already, but I guess it hadn't yet. Part of a deal that calls for Hamas to free at least 50 hostages and Israel to release dozens of Palestinians from its prisons. Yes, 150 apparently. It's mixed. I would assume that it would be mixed, actually. Taji. Israel military sounded alarms in several villages near Gaza just minutes after the short-term truce began, warning of possible incoming rocket fire. Alright, but there was no immediate word of ongoing violence between Israel forces and Hamas, leaving hope that the first hostage releases under the deal would still go forward later on Friday. I would hope so too. The ceasefire got under. Well, it's a momentary ceasefire, so I don't know if I would call it that. A firing pause, I feel like it's a better way to call it. But I guess you could say temporary ceasefire. Got underway at 7 a.m. local time, which is midnight on the U.S. East Coast. The Israeli military did not make any official announcement at that time, but said in a statement less than 2 hours later that it had completed its operational preparations according to the combat lines of the pause. Yeah, a pause is what it is, right? Yeah, I do like Al Jazeera the best for news coming out of this whole conflict. But sometimes I like to take apart news sources that are less that are a little bit more biased, because you can call them out on their biases, is basically what I'm saying. Gone underwear? Where? Where? What? Excuse me? Yeah, it's okay. Like, this was the newest update. I'm sure Al Jazeera should have a live ticker somewhere as well. A spokesperson stressed in social media post just minutes after 7 a.m. local time that the suspension of hostilities was temporary and the war is not over yet. Of course, as they want to push every single Gazan citizen out of Gaza. That is their end goal. So yeah, they cannot quite be done with it yet, can they? The IDF spokesperson, Lieutenant Colonel Avichai Adrei, warned that the northern Gaza Strip remained a dangerous war zone and it's forbidden to move around. Well, that sounds undoable. That sounds like civilians would not be able to do that. They certainly do have to move around there. If they're either still stuck up there and trying to get out, then they would have to move, or just trying to access the aid that is supposed to be coming in. Like, isn't that also supposed to reach northern Gaza and not just southern Gaza, like it's been for the last time? Yeah, it's just like that. It's like, you move, we shoot. That doesn't sound like a firing pause, my friends. If there's fire happening, I don't think that constitutes a firing pause, actually. They're adding that people in the decimated Palestinian territory must remain in the humanitarian zone in the south of the Strip. But there's people who are still in the north. What are those people supposed to be doing? And only move towards that area on a designated road, adding that the movement of residents from the south of the Strip to the north will not be allowed in any way. Not even if they're trying. So, like, there are no rescue efforts then that they can do. Not even any rescue efforts are going to be allowed. Is aid going to be allowed through? Because there's still people up there. You haven't, like, cleaned them all out, I'm pretty sure. There's still some people up there. What about them? They're not included, I guess. Israel troops open fire as displaced Palestinians try to go home. CBS News producer Marwan Al-Ghul saw Israel forces open fire Friday on Palestinians who decided to risk heading back to their homes in northern Gaza despite leaflets dropped by the IDF warning them against it. That's not a very good firing pause, huh? They're not really pausing, are they? It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it. I think some aid has already entered northern Gaza. I don't know if it's mentioned in the article. We'll see. We will see. Al-Ghul said thousands of displaced civilians left the southern Gaza city of Khan Yunis, which, you know, is also the place where the IDF says the actual secondary headquarters of Hamas is, so they will certainly be going there next. It's just to be assumed, right? To head back north. But when they reached a crossover point in central Gaza, they encountered a line of Israeli tanks and were fired on by Israeli forces. Doesn't sound like a real firing pause to me then. I mean, I understand from an objective point of view, like, yep, this is the goal of the IDF. They don't want people to go back up because they're trying to get everybody out, which in and of itself is a crime. They shouldn't be doing this, duh, obviously. But this doesn't sound very much in line with the agreement of a temporary ceasefire now, does it? Israel military told CBS News that it was looking into reports that several people were injured in the encounter. Yeah, no fucking way. You fired on them with your fucking tanks, apparently. Al-Ghul said between 4,000 and 5,000 people had set off from Khan Yunis, and some of them told CBS News they felt hopeless as nowhere in Gaza Strip felt safe. That's exactly the goal of Israel, and they just wanted to get back home. Video shot by CBS News showed panicked civilians running back away from the Israeli forces at the crossing point as machine gun fire was heard. Well, yeah, they don't want to die. They just expected that a firing pause would actually mean a firing pause and that they could then try and go back home, because I guess they're still holding on to the hope that there, one, is a home to go back to, two, they would be able to do so. They would be able to go back to their homes if they're still standing, you know? But that is definitely not a plan that Israel shares. Imagine being so hopeless you just want to get to your home or to die closer to it. It's so fucking sad. It is so fucking sad. Hamas expected to free some Israeli hostages on Friday. An initial batch of 13 hostages being held by Hamas militants were slated to be released at 4 p.m. local time Friday. That is 9 p.m. Eastern. That is sometime in our time zone. They have no ethics. No, they don't. No morality, lying monsters, mass murders. I mean, anybody who does a genocide, you'd be safe to assume that there's no ethics left. Hoo boy indeed, Shang. I agree. According to a Qatar foreign ministry spokesperson, the names of those hostages were provided to Israeli authorities on Thursday, the Qatari official said. The Red Cross would be involved in the hostage handover, but the exact location it would take place was being kept secret for security reasons, the officials added. According to Qatari officials, children will be released with their mothers and won't be separated. That's good. We welcome the announcement from Qatar and expect to see a number of hostages coming out of Gaza tomorrow. And the Palestinians that are going to be released, where exactly are they going to... They're going to be released in the same spot, right? It's an exchange after all, probably. The IDF knows what they're doing. They're clearing the land in a disgusting, sadistic way. That's exactly what they're doing. They're pursuing their goal with no regard for human life whatsoever, because obviously they've been trained to not see Palestinians as human beings like themselves. So it's very easy for them that way. A White House spokesperson said in a statement to CBS News Thursday night, "I read OBS for a second, but that's not true. That would be weird. Under the terms of the deal brokered earlier this week with the help of the US, Egypt, and Qatar, 50 hostages, all women and children who were kidnapped by Hamas militants during their October 7 assault on southern Israel, will be freed in batches of over 4 days." Okay, so that would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, then, I suppose. Israel is just 1 hour ahead of our time, your time, my time. Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. Oh, I thought it would be more ahead. I thought it was further away to the west. Seems so. We'll see. They are among an estimated 240 captives who are still believed to be held in Gaza. 3 American hostages are expected to be amongst these 50, per a senior Biden administration official. Well, we will see. We will see. Another consideration. Okay, you're talking to yourselves, I think. That's okay. I don't know if that's for me. In a message shared on social media, Israel's Air Force showed photos of a military transport plane ready to ferry the freed hostages, with empty seats holding ear covers, some for adults, some for children, to shield them from the noise during on the aircraft. Yeah, that makes sense, of course, that they're going to have the facilities in order to get people out of there. Today is the beginning of the light at the end of the tunnel, the Air Force said in its post, calling it a great privilege to be helping in the important task of rescuing the abductees home. Of course, I think hostages should be released, all of them. Every single Palestinian held hostage by Israel, and as well as the people, the Israelis and otherwise, apparently there's Americans in there, held hostage by Hamas as well. From defense to offense. Yeah, I've seen that before. Because that is honestly more accurate. Yeah, only 4 Hamas hostages have been released, 2 Americans and 2 Israelis. Well, it makes sense. How would they have been able to release hostages beforehand when Israel always denied any sort of agreement that would be a step towards releasing the hostages? They weren't really in a position to be able to release any hostages. Al-Ansari said he expected the release of Palestinian prisoners to follow closely after that of the Gazan hostages. So it's not at the same time. Okay, also, look at this number. According to Palestinian Prisoner Rights Group, there are an estimated of 7,000 Palestinians currently jailed in Israel, including over 200 Palestinian children and 75 women. You might notice that this number far exceeds the 200 something estimated hostages in Gaza, perhaps. There we see, with dozens arrested in the past few weeks alone. Of course, those who were working in Israel, those who had working permits in Israel, were just, kept there. Ronnie says, "I like how Palestinians are prisoners and Israelis are hostages." That's also very interesting, isn't it? I was like, oh, okay, one of them, I see. Because that's also why people have been critical of making the comparison between an open-air prison for Palestine and, not calling it an open-air concentration camp or something else like that, because prisons technically, in theory, are meant to be housing criminals, right? People who have done something wrong. Meanwhile, the Gazan citizens have done absolutely nothing wrong. They just lived there. That was just their land where they lived. That's their only crime, Israel has more Palestinian children and women than Hamas has hostages at all. Exactly, they exceed them even in this case. And those are the official numbers, right? You never really know. Samar Awad's daughter, Norhan, is on Israel's list of jailed Palestinians who might be freed as part of the deal. Norhan was arrested at age 15 for the attempted stabbing of an Israeli soldier 9 years ago. I would love to hear about the circumstances of this. I would love to hear what led up to this circumstance, because I can only imagine. The Israeli occupation stole her childhood, and that's what I feel sad about. Yeah, 9 years ago. That's rough. Awa told the CBS News, "No one can replace her childhood. Open air concentration camp is just more accurate in that case." But people like to don't like to do like the direct equation with the Holocaust, you know. 8 trucks started moving into Gaza within a couple of hours of the ceasefire taking effect through southern Gaza's Rafah crossing with Egypt. The Reuters news agency had a live camera positioned at Rafah crossing that showed trucks carrying fuel moving through the border gates into Gaza. Good. Not even caring about the ceasefire. They agreed to ceasefire, of course. Yeah, in quotation marks, of course. Dia Rashwan, chairman of Egypt's State Information Service, said in a statement early Friday morning that about 34,000 gallons of fuels would enter Gaza every day during the ceasefire, along with about 200 trucks carrying food, medicine, and water. I wonder if that's enough. It's never enough. First of all, it's never enough because their homes are destroyed, their hospitals are taken over. Nothing is enough. But I wonder if this is. I hope this will help, right? I hope this will help at least a little bit. Of course, it's not enough. It can't be. I missed some things. So on YouTube, because I can't rewind on Twitch. Smart. The need is so great that no matter how much aid you're going to bring in, there will certainly be more need for aid. That's basically what I said too. Yes, I agree. At kibbutz near Oz, Noam and Lior Perry knew their 79-year-old father Chaim would not be amongst the first hostages released. Yes, because it's women and children, right? It's really hard to think about how he's coping, how he's dealing with those probably days and nights that he doesn't even know where he is, what time it is. Absolutely horrible for the hostages. Again, as always, I would like to stress that the hostages are experiencing things that they shouldn't be experiencing. Same with most, if not everybody, in Gaza, because of course the Israeli hostages that are in Gaza are also suffering from the attacks on Gaza by Israel, as we know. It is really hard to think he's coping. Oh yeah, we already read that. I have huge faith that I will see him again. We hope so. The fighting in Gaza has been unrelenting since Hamas launched its bloody terror attack. The way they write it is very different than the way that Al Jazeera writes, this specific line, which they mentioned. They mentioned the same thing, but if you compare the two paragraphs, you can see where the biases lie, I think. Most of them civilians, according to Israeli officials, is actually not true, because I've seen sources where they admitted that most of them were actually soldiers. So that is a little bit of a contradiction right there, but okay. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry says about 15,000 people have been killed in Gaza by Israel's retaliatory ground incursion and airstrikes, and the UN estimates that that's the same numbers, basically. That's 1.7 million of the enclave's roughly 2.3 million inhabitants have been displaced from their home. That is the same thing that we read. Oh my god, Etoile is live. No way. Yeah, I guess the number is rising. I mean, no surprise, people are still dying. Like, even when this is a temporary ceasefire, people are still hungry and trapped somewhere and there's a ton of people missing, of course, I'm sure, and not confirmed dead yet, so that number will rise nonetheless, I think. Especially if they shoot at people who are trying to go back home northwards. Then this number will rise even further. Undoubtedly, since they are shooting and killing more people. So, yeah, hostages are supposed to be released, like, soon. Very soon. Injury by shrapnel, too, right? Like, injuries where they're still suffering from injuries that have not, that way they might die, like, later and everything like that. Of course, this number is going to rise, which is a sad reality. We have a segment for systemic oppression because Angel sent us some graphs. Graphs are nice to look at because, of course, most of us know Palestinians have been oppressed for a while now, before the genocide began and everything. This tweet saying, this is posted by Visualizing Palestine, this tweet saying, the genocide in Gaza is inseparable from the systemic violence, fragmentation, and hierarchy of rights the Israel regime imposes on all Palestinians. Years of an intensely oppressive reality led up to this devastating month. Yeah, now soon 2 months, right? Because this was posted a little while ago. You can see in this graph the people who can and cannot cast their vote in the area. Jewish Israelis can. Palestinians with a citizenship, who are citizens of Israel, which are 1.6 million people, they can. But East Jerusalem Palestinians are not able to cast their vote. West Bank Palestinians, which is 2.6 million people, are not able to cast their vote. Gaza Strip Palestinians, which is 1.9 million people, are barred by Israel from living outside of Gaza since 2007 and cannot cast their vote. Exiled Palestinians which are around the world, I would assume, right? Yes. 6.4 million people who have been displaced successfully already by Israel are barred by Israel from returning to their homeland and thus, of course, also cannot vote. The vast majority of Palestinians cannot vote in Israel, in Palestine, in their homeland. Like, that is one way to visualize this, once again. But wait, there's more. I think I've seen this statistic sheet floating around. I think this is also, this is a little older, right? When this was posted on November 20th. Yeah, exactly. Statistics on, well, it's not that old then. It's only 4 days old. Statistics on the Israeli attack on the Gaza Strip, 7th of October to 20th of November. So, like, it's that time frame since the start until now. It's wild to think about in perspective to the current 1.7 million Palestinians displaced too. Yeah, right? We can see now. So this is by Euromed Human Rights Monitor. So 17,144 were killed now. So this is like the newest number, I suppose. One of the biggest numbers. One of the biggest numbers we've seen yet. Well, of course. That includes, like, almost half of those were children. That includes 7,208 children, 3,716 women, and overall 15,482 civilians, right? That's more than my country's population. That is insane to think about. That is insane. That's actually insane to think about. That is hard to wrap your brain around, truly. Yeah, that thing IDF is planning to clear them out as wild. Yeah, like the bad kind of wild. Yeah, I know. I understand, Shang. I understand what you mean. They just want them all to leave. They want this place for them. They've wanted for a while, right? They just want to grab it for themselves. Injuries, 33,800 something injuries. Murdered journalists, a whole 60 murdered journalists that we know of. Displaced 1,700,000 people displaced. Completely destroyed units of houses that would make up 56,450. Partially destroyed units even more, 162,000. Insane numbers, unfathomable numbers here. So, like, completely destroyed units. That would be houses, that would be apartment units, I would assume. That could be a mall, that could be a public, like, a library, all of that sort of shit. Like, anything that's that. Destroyed and damaged press headquarters, 135. Damaged schools, 253. Have been damaged. Destroyed industrial facilities. So I guess they are a little bit separated into different categories. How was work out? Great. Definitely happened, and it was great. 200,000 at least partially, right? Almost, like, rounded up. I mean, I guess, I don't know if you should round up at this point yet already, but yeah. A lot of them destroyed partially. Destroyed industrial facilities, 954. Damaged mosques, 80. Damaged churches, 3. There's indiscriminate destruction. It is indiscriminate destruction. Targeted health staff, 442. Deaths of those are 206. targeted health facilities, 124. 22 hospitals, 55 clinics, and 46 ambulances. 22 hospitals. Each one of those are war crimes, you know? Sorry, didn't realize you were in sad news. It's fine, don't worry. They're not even letting refugee camps a moment of respite. Yep, they don't. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're razing everything to the ground. I think that really is the goal. That's what they're doing. That's what their whole campaign is about. And of course, the pause is not going to stop that. The pause is going to put a little break in it, but it's not a stop. This is very hard to wrap my head around. It's numbers. It's numbers that are hard to picture. Like, if you try to picture them, I think it might break your mind a little bit. Like, honestly, sincerely, not trying to be funny. Here's also a comparative statistic that Angel sent to me. It's very fucked. Very, 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 very fucked. Numbers hurt. It's thousands of war crimes. Israel's heritage minister calling for dropping a Hiroshima bomb on Gaza is not surprising. Israel has already dropped over 25,000 tons of bombs on Gaza in 4 weeks. That is the equivalent of 2 Hiroshima bombs. If we're talking about like tons alone, right? Over half of all housing units in the entire Gaza Strip are damaged. And here you can see the comparative. Hiroshima in World War II in comparison to Gaza right now. If we're just talking raw, like, material weight of bombs dropped, they have exceeded Hiroshima already. Like, we all saw a lot of Israel hit a hospital in Gaza headlines, but it got to 12 fucking 4. Yeah, it got to 22 hospitals. That is more than I remember hearing about. 100%. That is more hospitals than I personally know of. That I know where they're fucking located. I think it's more of an equivalent in TNT. It's like a mode of comparison between explosives. Oh. Yeah, of course, an atom bomb is going to have a different effect than the types of bombs that they've been using, but, you know, we're talking in a way that you can compare the two, right? Right. So weight is different, but the effect is more than Hiroshima. Okay, so you're talking like in effect. Because I don't know. I'm not quite sure, actually. I'm trying to see if they like clarify that any more in here. But I would assume so. I guess. There's more. We had an article, another article factoring into the systemic oppression part of it all. Israel-Palestine war. That was also sent to me by Angel. Indian unions call for an end to labor deal with Israel because you might know, as we've talked about earlier, a lot of these people who are being held prisoner in Israel, the Palestinian people who are being held as hostages by Israel, those were workers. Those were people who were working over in Israel and had workers' permits, etc., that are now, you know, instead being placed in prisons and all of that shit. They have to replace those somehow, right? They still need that labor, so they're trying to get a replacement from India. They're trying to get replacement workers from India. Indian unions do not stand for that, though. Still an insane amount of ordnance being dropped on such a small territory. Yeah, 100%. Israel requests Indian workers to replace thousands of Palestinian workers whose work permits were revoked after the October 7th attacks. Common unions, W. We love our unions here. We love our unions. Can I zoom in a little bit? Text small for stream screen. Major trade unions in India have called on their government to scrap an agreement with Israel that will allow tens of thousands of Indian workers to replace Palestinian construction workers whose work permits have been revoked since the Israel war on Gaza started. Are there a bunch of Indian unions that are super cool? I mean, all unions are super cool. I hope. I'm sure there's some bad ones out there. I would assume. There's always some bad ones. The statement released on behalf of the Center of Indian Trade Unions, the CITU, All Indian Trade Union Congress, Indian National Trade Union Congress, the BGP affiliated Hind Mazdoor Sabha, and several other Indian union organizations called for India's trade union movement to show solidarity with Palestinian workers by refusing to replace them. Good call, I think. I think that's a great call. I hope they get somewhere with that. Nothing could be more immoral and disastrous for India than the said export of workers to Israel, the group said in an open letter released on November 9th already. That India is even considering exporting workers shows the manner in which it has dehumanized and commodified Indian workers. That, too. That as well. Yeah, even with the genocide aside, Israel asking people to go to war zones, I bet they're gonna pay, I bet they're gonna pay pittance. Like, they're going to be criminally underpaid as well. Like, aside from the genocide, which is kind of a crazy thing to say, aside from the genocide, also not good for the workers that would have been deployed in this area. Such a step will amount to complicity on India's part with Israel's ongoing genocidal war against Palestinians and will naturally have adverse implications for Indian workers in the entire region. Chad Union Solidarity, let's go, Angel, let's go. I cannot read that, of course, naturally, but let's go. The announcement comes after Israel revoked the work permit of Palestinian workers after the October 7th attack, in which Hamas killed at least 1,300 Israelis and took over 200 people captive. Israel has since imposed a total siege on the Gaza Strip and launched a relentless bombing campaign on the enclave, killing over 11,000 people. More than that, but I mean, they did say over, but yes, the vast majority children and women. Also, I don't know, maybe this article is... Oh yeah, this article is older. Okay, this article is from November 10th. Then this number makes a lot more sense. The statement follows a request to the Indian government by Israel's construction sector to allow companies to hire up to 100,000 workers from India to replace the 90,000 Palestinians who had lost their work permits, according to report by Voice of America. That's a crazy amount too. Like, think about that for a second. That's so many people who are out of work. Like, that is detrimental as well, actually. Tons, while talking about explosion, just stands for tons of TNT. It's a measurement to show how much energy is released. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't know that. So that's what Crow was talking about too. Good to know. Good to know. While the deal has yet to be implemented, it is just one example of deepening relations between Israel and India. Did it work out now or no? Yeah, it's like they said here. Cheap labor with no rights. We demand that the agreement with Israel to export Indian workers would be scrapped immediately, as the Indian Trade Union continued. We demand an immediate halt to Israeli aggression against Palestine and its occupation. We demand that Palestinian right to a sovereign homeland be upheld. The group also called for a boycott of Israeli products for Indian workers to refuse to handle Israel cargo. That's very good. I hope this had an effect. I really do. I really do hope so. You know, Israel, if you maybe stop bombing and actually focused on development, you might even have no need to import labor. Just saying. I mean, yeah, if they managed to overcome their Islamophobia and, you know, actually established a one-state solution, I know, easier said than done. It's a bit easier said than done, of course, but still, I feel like it's doable, right? Just try not to take away all of their human rights. Give them some reparations, right? Give the Palestinian people reparations. Let them out. Let them choose where they want to live. You know, the Gazans, like, if they want to live like 1 kilometer to the fucking west, they should be able to do so. Then they could work for you. Then they could continue to be the workforce that you need, and you could pay them like you would pay an Israeli who would do the same job. Big brain. Refusing to handle Israeli cargo would be so fucking good, right? That's what I'm thinking. The deal has been criticized within India's parliament as well. Writing on Twitter on the 8th of November, Zecke, an Indian MP and national spokesperson for the All Indian Trinamool Congress, said these Indian workers will be replacing Palestinians, which means they will be given absolutely the worst jobs that Israel's apartheid regime was forcing Palestinians to do. That additionally, yes. Also, hello, Nessie. The Hindu nationalists and the Israeli far-right are allies in their Islamophobia. Yeah, that's the sad thing. I've seen a lot of like Hindu nationalist weird posts on the internet in these last couple of weeks. But trade unions, let's go. Development is the best cure against all sorts of crazies. It's doable. It's not like an insane thing to ask, right? It is a doable solution, but it just won't happen right now. I hope it will at some point. Why is Israel asking India to send laborers instead of any other country, Gokhale added, criticizing India's government for sending Indian workers abroad instead of creating job opportunities within the country. That's because we are still seen by these countries as a source of cheap labor with no rights. Yeah, I mean, that additionally stands true. Of course, that's why they didn't ask fucking Germany, who loves Israel so much. They're not like, hey, Germany, can you send me some Germans to do this work? That's why they didn't ask them, right? Us. The fucking government loves them, but they didn't ask them. True yet again. Truth spoken. Yeah, I'm glad that they were standing up for themselves. I hope they managed. I mean, I didn't hear anything about mass import of workers, so maybe. For adding nuance, perhaps just how Saudi Arabia, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, and other Middle Eastern states still heavily rely on cheap labor from the Philippines, Myanmar, and sea countries, India. So even if Palestine does get independence or autonomy, laws of capitalist worker exploitation still come into play. This is true. This is true too. Like that will not be solved like this. We know that is very fair. Like it's not like bam, it's over now. That would take the downfall of capitalism to actually solve, because when companies are still out for maximizing profit with no bearing for human lives in mind, the situation is not going to get that much better. In Germany, meanwhile, oh yeah, I remember this. Sometimes I remember the sources that I put into my docket and I get sad because I don't like talking about what I'm talking about. Yeah, this happened in Germany. I'll just let him talk so that you can hear about it. Why not ask America? True, the Americans too. The Americans love Israel, right? The Americans don't, but their government sure does. Germany mentioned, but not in a good way. Not in a good way, sadly.
Can't believe what I'm about to tell you is happening in Germany, but here we are. A few weeks ago, an organization called Jewish Voice for Just Peace in the Middle East celebrated their 20th anniversary. In short, they are a progressive Jewish organization that's critical of the State of Israel, as this passage from the About Us section of the website summarizes. The anniversary celebration was held at Oyun, an award-winning arts and culture center in Berlin, run mainly by people of color, and with a focus on queer feminists, migrant, and decolonial perspectives. A member of the Berlin Senate.
This makes a lot of sense so far. So far, so good. So far, good things happening. This makes a lot of sense that it would be held in that space. Sounds good, right? Well,
tried to pressure Oyun into canceling this event, alleging that it was too politically charged, and Oyun refused.
Too politically charged is an insane thing to say, especially to an organization like Oyun, as he's described. It's the first time I was hearing about them as well. They are clearly very politically engaged themselves when they rep feminist ideas, etc., and decolonialism and all of that. Well, Ronnie's like, sorry, this one is on me bringing bad news. You did send me this, but my friend had also reposted it, so we already know. Also, too politically charged. Have you seen art? It always is. The asterisks around feminists are a warning, though. Oh, I don't know if it was supposedly to just emphasize it or not.
The event went ahead. I was personally there, and it was one of the most inspiring, beautiful evenings that I've ever been a part of since this catastrophe started unfolding in October. We talked about peace, true, lasting peace with justice. We saw Jewish and Muslim Arab people stand side by side, rejecting fear and hatred of one another. It was, in short, exactly what we need in times like these. And what does the Berlin Senate want to do now? Led by a representative of the Green Party, Susanna Kallefeld.
Sorry, Green Party. Sorry, Green Party. Another Green Party L. It's really rough out there right now.
They want to cut public funding to Oyun and effectively shut it down, depriving the city of this important cultural center and leaving 32 people of mostly marginalized backgrounds out of a job. Why? Because they dared to associate themselves with a Jewish organization in Germany in 2023. Now, I don't usually end these videos with
Yeah, that's not great.
any sort of actionable advice, because I think there is a value in and of itself to just being informed. I'm going to diverge from that here. If you live in Germany, and especially if you live in Berlin,
Yes
make
and
your
no.
voice heard. Look up Oyun's website, and there's an open letter there that you can sign, and get in touch with the politicians trying to make this happen and let them know that they should be ashamed of themselves. Because this is not just about Oyun or Jewish voice. It's about what type of society we want to live in.
Yeah.
I can't
Sorry, didn't want to loop it. Wanted to pause it, actually. Seppo is Seppo. Seppo is directly responsible. I would like to look up Oyun... actually, website carefully without them telling me exactly how far away I am in meters and centimeters. It would be more multiple kilometers, but still. Okay. You don't have to translate the website for me. I found their website. Ah, yeah, there's the open letter. Okay, I'm obviously not gonna sign it live on stream because, well, oh, you already found it. Okay, good. Okay. Thank you, Angel. I'll send it into YouTube chat as well. If you are maybe a German citizen, you can check it out and sign the open letter here. I will not do so on stream for obvious reasons, because you do have to use your government name to sign these. At least as far as I'm aware. Signed, Zecke VT, you know. Oh my god, you redeemed ad time? No way. Okay, I'll play an ad for you. You redeemed ad time. I can't believe you've done this. Okay, well, I'll see you after this short interruption. Unless you're a sub, then I do see you all the time. Dang, ad time redeemed. It's 1 minute. So we'll see how this works. No mames, ad time. It says link deleted on the Twitch app. What? No way. Do you have to like change the settings for the app maybe? I don't know. Ad time. Is it working? Is it adding? Is it doing an ad? It's... Oh. Ooh. Pre-rolls are now disabled for 21 minutes. There's an ad going. There's an ad. No ads? Oh, now. Okay. There's an ad. It was loading. What ad are you getting? Tell me about your ad. Tell me about your ad, please. Should I make an animation for ad time too? I'm thinking about removing ad time. You're still here. Not everybody gets hit by the ad. It's true. Not everybody will get hit by the ad. What's your ads like? What ads do you have? Tell me about it. You're the only Twitch streamer I know to have a redeem ad option. They had it as an option. They had it as an option in the thing, and I was like, ha, that's funny. No one's gonna do that. I think bold chat ads. Unless you don't get one. Sometimes you just don't get one. It happens. If you're a sub, you don't get ads, by the way. Yeah, that too. So if you have a Twitch Prime ling around. And hydrate. Hydrate's a good one. Hydrate's a very good one. Cheers. You should hydrate too. It's a good idea. Oh wait, I can see when the ad is over, by the way. It's over now, I think. I'm watching on my TV that isn't logged in. Aw, no. Bummer. Hydrate the ads? It's a nice animation, right? It's a little tenchy drink. And I recorded that water myself. Welcome back from the ads. Welcome back to the space of the living. I might... It's so nice, isn't it? It's so nice. It's so nice. Not enough. Do it again. I have to do it again. It's homemade water. I recorded it myself, okay? So, yeah. Again? I should put a cooldown timer on it then, shouldn't I? No, I drink a... Maybe a cooldown timer... I'm dying. It's not stopping. It's all hydration. I'm gonna drown. No. I'm drowning. feel like I'm drowning. Don't speak drink, you're right. I'm not counting my sips, but oh my god, it continues. I made the animation too well. Chug, chug, chug. Chug, chug, chug. Chug-a-luggin', you know? There he goes. He's so happy to drink his water. He's so cute. God, I drew him so well. Union water, drink for peace. It's nice. I mean, it's good to drink water. God, how long do these keep going? That's enough slices. That's enough slices. I do love this sound effect a lot, though, so that does make me happy. I'm like, The sound effect really tickles my brain in a good way. Okay, we'll keep going. Imagine just the screen filling up with water slowly as I like drown. That would be funny too. I would save up points to make a chug a bottle. Now chat is doing it collectively. Ugh, chat, no. Nice, nice. It's nice. It's nice water, isn't it? Thank you for making me drink. I drank like a whole glass of water. With all these hydrates. It's a pretty big glass too, you know, it's a good glass. Today's news, splish splash a swoosh, indeed. Are you hydrated? I am properly hydrated, I think. I had to refill even. I had to refill the fucking glass, so yes, good hydration, I think, so yes. Gonna learn how to add the water effect on videos. Wouldn't that be fun, right? It's just like going up. Probably? Definitely hydrated. So hydrated. I am, you know how humans are usually like 71% water? I'm now 90% water. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Are you sure? I am sure. Cheers, mate. Are you hydrated? This is a redeem for all of us after all. So, you know, you have to be drinking too. Cheers. Yeah, you think about that? I used to really not like water, like the taste of it and everything, but I do like water now. Because, it doesn't have a taste, but, you know, the lack of a taste, I guess, I didn't like very much. But now I'm fine with it. Let's move on? Yes, let us move on. I just captioned this sad. I remember what this is actually. You're only 45 to 60% water? No. I'm 90% water. That's me. Zecke, 90% water. The union makes you like water. It was a little bit earlier than the union, I think, personally, but yeah. It's very ASMR, the noise, right? It does do ASMR for me. Moving on, we still have some serious news to cover before we can get back into sillies. If we even do to begin with. But thank you for the hydration break. That was nice. We're just making you make up for the past lack of water. That's how it works. Yes, that's how it works. If this continues, Zecke will start sipping Monster out of spite. I don't have any here right now, man. Bummer. So this post reads as following. You might be able to see what's going on here already. I was shocked today when I saw this TikTok video of an IOF, again, Israeli offense, instead of defense. Force soldier playing guitar in the midst of the rubble in Gaza. I know this guitar very well because there are not many guitars like this in Gaza. My dad gifted me this guitar 15 years ago. My dad died shortly after the 2014 attack on Gaza, and now they have come to take the last thing that I have from him. Isn't it enough that they take away our loved ones, our homes, our families, and even our music and memories? Where does the injustice stop? Fucking heart-wrenching. I'm still stuck on the water. Fucking heart-wrenching, dude. Fucking heart-wrenching post. Another heart-wrenching post. Honestly, like you can see, it's the same guitar that they had. Imagine you lost everything, right? And then you see the people who've taken everything away from you mocking you with your belongings that they found in the rubble. Yeah, this is very, very, very directly them dancing on the graves of the Palestinians that they have killed. It's fucking sad, and they're gloating over what they did. Because that is what they do. Because they don't have any remorse for their actions. Because they see them as justified and correct and righteous and all of that. This is a little bit outside of Gaza. Quite a bit, actually. It's in Britain, because we're talking about the BBC. Something on the BBC sparked outrage. It's another octopus. When will the injustices stop with these octopuses around the world? The link can be swiped. the link can be swiped? Which link? What you mean? What you mean? You gave me this link, though. For sure. Some BBC viewers are apparently complaining of anti-Semitism due to the combination of stuffed octopus and the colors black, green, white, and red being worn by a contestant. 100% they wouldn't care if they didn't think that she was Muslim. Yeah, this is her outfit that's apparently bad. Oh, the Insta link, you want... Oh, do you think there's more? I don't think so. I think that was just the overlay. Oh, there is more. I just didn't see. I didn't see. Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's more images. I thought that was in the screenshot here, but it isn't actually in the screenshot. Oh yeah, this is the caption again, and it's the caption in Arabic, and it's the video. The video is also included. I see. Thank you for letting me know. I completely missed it. And this is the video. This is the video of him playing the actual guitar. I wanted to show that one rather than the IDF video of that guy playing the guitar in the rubble. Thank you for letting me know. There's the same post again in Arabic as well. I'm just skipping over the stupid soldier because I don't want to hear his rendition of whatever the fuck he's singing, okay? I don't want to. This was another post shared to me by... This is a whole article. This was another post shared to me by Angel as well. I want to personally strangle this soldier. In Minecraft, of course, in a video game. Yeah, University challenged viewers' critic of anti-Semitic blue octopus mascot as show is hit by backlash. Like, you will come across symbols, like a mascot like this. Of course, an octopus can be a mascot without there being any sinister intention behind it. I think it's pretty clear. I think that's pretty obvious, right? They're calling... It's the same situation as with Greta Thunberg. This time it's like an actual, like a little bit of a bigger octopus. It's not one of those very cutesy octopuses, but still, like this is their mascot. I'm sure they've had it for a while. They appeared on a trivia show and everything like that. Meanwhile, in the additional link that I've been sent, like juxtaposing this, I don't think the BBC would be platforming them if they were an actual hate group. A bunch of people screaming that the BBC is pro-Hamas and anti-Semitic because a university challenge team had a little cuddly octopus toy mascot. Meanwhile, this is what the BBC are actually doing, which is not in line with that. The offensive thing about the octopus, in quotation marks, is that an octopus, a kraken, I think specifically, has been used for anti-Semitic propaganda before by the Nazis in Germany. But the octopus in and of itself is also just an animal, right? Like, you can't point at an octopus out in nature and say that one is also an anti-Semitic dog whistle. Sometimes it's just the octopus. That's the problem with dog whistles, after all. This is something that the BBC did. The BBC has edited out multiple calls for a ceasefire from the Scottish BAFTA awards ceremony, which is insane. Which is an insane thing to do. What are they gonna claim next? The people who like tentacle porn are anti-Semitic, perhaps. Perhaps they're coming for the most cultured of enjoyers next. Winners and presenters used their speeches to voice solidarity with Palestinians during the event in Glasgow on Sunday, and noticed edits on the BBC iPlayers coverage. They just cut it out. Literally 1984 it is, though. Israel does like to play, and you know, Zionists, let's say Zionists like to play at a little 1984, personally. They like that. They like to engage in a little 1984-isms, you know? The octopus does not understand you. You are screaming at it, and it simply wants to strangle. Please don't touch the hentai. They are so innocent. They are so innocent. They would never do anything wrong. right? Another snippet that I didn't know how to categorize specifically was this video, also sent to me by Angel, thank you, about disabled Palestinians in Gaza, which is something, that is something that you would often overlook if you are an able-bodied person yourself. Like, fucking able-bodied people in the West already don't think about disabled people in the West, let alone in Palestine during these days. If Rev was a bit smarter or cheekier, that would be a video for him, but he wouldn't. No, no, he would not. This is a short video, just 2 minutes, 23 seconds.
Osama Abu Safar left his home in Wadi al-Salka in central Gaza in his wheelchair with his 2 sons. Forced to flee in the middle of a bombing campaign on roads turned to rubble was next to impossible. Osama is now in a UN shelter.
Yeah, nobody stops to think about.
School-turned refuge for thousands of displaced Palestinians, and is woefully inadequate for his needs.
Yeah.
There are stairs, no ramps, and squat toilets which people in wheelchairs can't use.
The situation in Gaza is extremely difficult for those with disabilities. There is no medicine for illnesses. The other major challenge is getting food. You can't stand in a line for long hours if you have a disability. You also can't shower. My son, Hassan, doesn't shower.
Basma has a speech and mobility impairment, and so her mother decided to risk the Israeli airstrikes and stay home.
Yeah, for some reason, for some people, for some people, it's just not an option to flee. Like, we've talked about this before. They're meant to go and cross these huge distances on foot for the most part. Some people cannot just do that. It's impossible for them to do that because of disability, because of old age, because of sickness, because of whatever factors. So they have no other choice but to stay and risk being bombed.
We have struggled with her mobility, and so we have stayed in our house and are hoping nothing happens. We are struggling to find her adult nappies since she can't go to the toilet on her own. Due to the crossing closures, we cannot find them anymore, and if we do, they are extremely expensive.
Medicines for long-term illnesses and devices such as crutches, hearing aids and walkers are in short supply, thanks to the blockade by Israel. Israel is a signatory to the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, but the evacuation orders it gives do not take them into account.
Yeah. Like, they would claim progressivism, right? They claim that, I'm trying to pre-watch if there's anything.
The UN Convention on the Rights.
They try to claim that they're the progressive ones and they are the ones that the West should support because of that, but they don't care to be progressive towards Palestinians, of course.
People with disabilities provides a framework for safeguarding human rights in conflict-affected states. In particular, it obliges state parties to take all necessary measures to ensure protection and safety of people with disabilities in armed conflict. Israeli authorities are not taking the minimum measures.
Israel's war is a threat to all Palestinians in Gaza, but the close to 50,000 people with disabilities are among the most vulnerable. Imogen Kimber, Al Jazeera.
Yeah, obviously. Demonic is not a strong enough word at this point. Those fucking evacuations don't take into consideration even able-bodied people. Yeah, let alone disabled people. Towards disabled people, they are fucking demonic, and that's not even enough to encompass it. It's very true. Also, as Aiden said, on the point of Israel trying to appear as progressive as possible, while they don't even have a legalized gay marriage yet, but they like to present themselves as though they have, etc. It's the same thing. It is baffling news out of Palestine as always. That concludes our Palestine segment for today, by the way. It remains to be seen what happens during this firing pause. So if it really is from Friday till Monday, I guess the next news time that I'm gonna do is going to be on Tuesday again, so we will talk about that more then on Tuesday. How it went, how the hostage exchanges went, and if it was even upheld a little bit, or if it was broken during that time. I guess that remains to be seen. We can only wait and see. I sure hope that they are going to adhere to the firing pause. At the very least. This is truly the very minimum. This is another thing submitted by Angel. I should stop saying that. That's almost a no-brainer. Now today I finally caught up on the content suggestions thing though. Can I request a meme break? Do you have a meme? If you have a meme, yes. But if no, then no. Thank you for your coverage. Of course. That's the least I can do. As a news tuber, I must. That people who like tentacle prawn are anti-Semitic. Oh, if you could finish the depressed news Zecke since I don't give up video. Oh, that you're trying to make soon. You could see if possibly you could make a Ref Says parody thing. Imagine that. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Bev from X-Rays. We're looking at them taking away hentai something. No, that would be actually exactly how it goes. You have his like intro down as well. You have the idea down pat. I didn't find any new Bobber videos though. Do I have any like good saved videos? Maybe, I don't know. Wait, let me check. I don't think I have any new Bobber video. You're searching for a meme. Searching for a meme in the darkness. No, most of my saved videos are either political or... No, that's the old Bobber video. I only have the old Bobber video. How sad. Or it's QSMP, or it's edits, or something like that. You do have a playlist of them. Bobber! I do love Bobber. Bobber is one of my favorite brands of video. Same with... Oh, kurwa! Slimak! Kurwa, Bobber! All of them are great. I do appreciate them all very much. What is Bobber? What's Bobber? Bobber is beaver in a language. I don't actually know. What language those videos are in, but it's just wildlife sightings of Bobber. Seppo recommending a meme. It's Rick Astley. It's Polish? Oh, okay, thank you. Slimak. Gets loud towards the end. Oh, we have two memes. Okay. Memes. I will try and lower the volume. Oh, yeah, okay. I will keep it low. I've seen this one before. Medved! I love... Oh no, it auto-played the next one. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone! I've seen this. You've sent this one before, I think. Medved. Same energy as Bobber. So I do appreciate that. Oil found one too. Yeah, it's a playlist. No worries. You found another one. Oh, is this a Bobber?
Ja pierdolę, patrzcie co spotkałem. Bubr, kurwa!
Bubr!
Ja pierdolę, jakie bydle! Bobber!
Bobber! Amazing. Thank you. Was that really a Bobber or was that somebody else? I'm not sure if that was a Bobber or not. Ja, perdole. Bobber, kurwa. That is actually a wombat. I was gonna say, that's not a Bobber, is it? Bobber looks different. Did he go like have plastic surgery? Why does he look so different? That's not Bobber. How did he hold the camera? This is a good question. I always wonder in these POV shot videos. Maybe it's like a GoPro that you can put in your mouth. Polish people only know Bobber, kurwa. It's so sad. Yeah, the genie is worn. In his teeth. Probably, actually. Like, probably, actually, no cap, yes. Yes, it's probably true. This is just a short Twitter video. I hope I can show this on YouTube and Twitch. It's just imagery. We're reporting on news. I think it should be okay, even if I'm in Germany. Nazis marching in the streets of Madison, Wisconsin today in 2023. You know, they're going like single file. It's like 12 of them. But still, it's like 12 of them, but they're waving the flag and everything. I did this like quickly in order to be like, it was only on screen for a second. So they did that quickly, right? Too many. 12 is 12 too many. It's true. It's a clown parade. And Angel Tail asked me, could I consider this idea? Also interested in hearing from other people from Germany here. Hello, Seppo. Hello, Caliban. This is you guys and more. Eule. Hello. I'm speaking to every single person. How people in Germany usually deal with fascist rallies. I'm wondering about your reaction to this comment on Bosch Sensei's stream, which I have here. Right there. I'm a Franke, actually. Yeah, you're like barely German. Hello, Nessie, as well. Hello. How do Germans deal with fascist rallies? Well, it honestly depends. It depends very much where in Germany you're at and what the rally is like specifically, because I know that we have rallies, like, I think they're still doing it every Monday, not in my part of town, different part of town, but in my town, every Monday, a group of those guys goes on a little walk. They call it a walk, so they don't have to, you know, officially declare it a protest. Those people are usually pretty unimpeded, which sucks, but it's a pretty large group of people and they're very regular. Let's actually read the comment before commenting on it more, right? Remember when Wash was Zecke's latest streamer obsession guy? Wild times. I mean, that is what happens. That is what happens. And as always, after obsession comes casual enjoyment. Isn't that nice? That's good, right? Then I calm down at some point and I just casually watch and enjoy. What? We stare? Staring into your soul. So this comment reads, the best reaction I've seen to a fascist rallies is when a rally was scheduled in a small town in Germany. The residents stood on the sidelines to spectate with signs that made it look like a sporting event. And they sponsored them like a walkathon, with donors pledging certain amounts for every meter the Nazis walked. The proceeds went to an anti-extremist organization that was dedicated to helping people escape neo-Nazis and extremism. Basically, the whole town was laughing at them and cheering for them the entire time in this way. That's an absolutely base thing to happen. Sadly, this doesn't happen every time. Like, that the sad reality is we're not that organized every time with our counter efforts, but usually at least there's always a Gegendemo, right? Very based. This is an extremely based thing that happened. I remember hearing about this, I think. This or a similar thing that happened in a small town. So it does happen sometimes. So Pog, cheers for that. There's usually always, if it's an actual, like, an announced protest, like they actually scheduled the protest with the city, there's usually an anti-protest, you know, Gegendemo. With the opposition, the Antifa usually comes out, the opposition comes out, and they're usually a bigger number. So that's nice. So that is nice. They're usually bigger in numbers, but it's usually very spicy. You know, if you go to one of those protests, you can expect that something might be happening there. We usually have Gegendemos in Leipzig. Yeah, same. Like, for big demonstrations, at least. Again, the Monday shit is what I'm thinking about. That started during COVID-19 times, where they were basically doing these little walks, because they were COVID conspiracy theorists and thought it was all bullshit made up by the government to keep the little man down, or whatever they exactly believe, right? But those people were also running with right-wingers and Nazis and all of that, and they still do those, as far as I know. I must say, again, doesn't happen here in this part of town, so I don't see them, and of course I'm not in the circles to know if they're still walking or not, but, you know. Yeah, it's Seppo's dream to just sit. Thank you. Cheers. To just sit with a folding chair next to one of these demos and fucking laugh at the people in it. Very valid. Also extremely dangerous. So maybe sit at a safe distance, because that sounds like it might not end so well in the end. Cheers. My water's almost empty. Very nice. I'm big, I can defend myself. Well, yes, but only against so many people at once, right? I'm saying they're small, right? But I would say stick to your Gegendemo camp, you know? Don't go alone. Don't go alone against, like, a big group of Nazis, even if you're big and can defend yourself. It's best not to. Yeah. Caliban is saying, yeah, we have them like once a month on Monday still. It's mostly pro-Russia, right, exactly. Or anti-Ukraine aid and generally anti-government. Yep, same here. And I'm blonde and blue-eyed, so maybe they wouldn't clock you right away. But if you laugh at them, maybe they would clock you. I don't know. The right tends to eat itself when Nazi rallies happen. In America, for sure. Yeah, in America, for sure. I feel like here they just gloss over it. I don't know. They don't address it. It's not even like It's not full blown. Of course, in Germany, I don't think anybody would be able to walk around with a fucking swastika on their flag. I don't think they try that anymore. They have other things that they put on their flags that is like, we're using this now. It's fine. Because, you know, the swastika is like very much like, you're gonna face some jail time if that happens. But they have their other symbols that they can do. Strength in numbers. Be safe. I also think you should prioritize your safety in this case. Insult fascists. Demasculate them. Demasculate is a word, I think. Yeah. I don't know. But do it. They have a fragile ego, so they like to try to bring others down and bond. They wouldn't know how to react. Potentially, yes, potentially, but definitely do prioritize your own safety. Also, Nessie is saying you would bring your how do you translate that into English? Steinkrug, like a beer container, a beer glass, but it's out of stone, and you would just drink your beer. Yeah, it's annoying that that the national flag is associated with them. Yeah, well, for sure. Also, Caliban saying there's always loads of cops around because they're probably afraid Antifa will chase them out of town. Yeah, that's why they're there. I'm pretty sure that's why they're there. That's why I almost said a name of something that I shouldn't have said. Yo, there's a person in the apartment, a kid. There's a child in the apartment across from me. I didn't know that. Don't fall out, little guy. This guy's like opening the window. It's like a I can see the roof window. Oh my god, I'm not gonna make eye contact. What are you doing, little gamer? Little gamer. There's a child in the window across from me, but it's like one of those roof window thingies. And he's like, put your head back in. Babu discovered. Like, I think he's like 12 or something like that. You almost had me scared. You had a child just appear out of nowhere. Okay, he closed the window again. Huh, I didn't know he lived there. That's so stalkerish. I've seen him outside before, I think. At least. I think I recognize him. It's like, don't look at me. Like, I have like eye contact with like the window roof thing. And interesting. Anti-fascist? That's me? Depends on how you read it. Antier. with the intention of anti in mind, yes. Child spawned and despawned. Thank God. That's good. I'm like, what? Are you climbing? I could see that happen. Please don't. Okay. Anyway. Stick to your Gegendemo, don't go rogue. Don't go rogue against the Nazis, but it's great if a community bands together and does anything against a Nazi group, Crow saying I saw a clip of a Minecraft streamer looking off camera in the middle of a stream because someone entered their apartment by mistake. Nice. How does that happen? Why is your apartment open? Bro, lock your fucking door, dude. Maybe they had like a key or something, I don't know. Anti-abortion push in the Philippines. I would really like to cover this quickly. There's an article, so where did this open here? Yes, it did. So I would like to cover this before we end later. Oh my god, I got a message. Is this from Evan? Probably. Yes, it is. I got shared tweets from Evan. Just in, the Senate defers the deliberation on the proposed 2024 budget of the Commission on Human Rights until the agency comes up with a strong stand against abortion. They're basically trying to like soft push for them to change their well, would it be soft still? It's quite direct, but it's still soft in a way, for them to take a stand against abortion. This person, that's Pura Luca Vega. We know you, right? Yeah, we do know you. We talked about you before. Talking about abortion is a medical procedure. Abortion can be safe, and women with unwanted pregnancies often are facing barriers to healthcare and sometimes consider unsafe methods of abortion, which can be dangerous. CHR's mandate is to protect and promote rights for everyone, including women, as we all know and agree with. Heck yeah, Zecke doesn't have to pause stream to call an ambulance or the fire department. True, I would have had to do that, wouldn't I, as a fucking witness? you're right. If the child climbs on the roof, Jesus, yeah, no, thank God that it didn't do that. I mean, the window opens far enough that the child could have climbed out, because it's a child. So, yeah, this is the article about the situation. CHR risks zero budget for supporting abortion. Like, that is obviously suppression. That is suppression. That is like active pressuring into a political stance here. Manila, Philippines. Despite the Philippines being a secular state, the Commission on Human Rights may receive zero budget next year after 4 male senators requested the CHR's position to support a bill that decriminalizes abortion in the Philippines. They question, their position is to decriminalize abortion, right? But 4 male senators were like, couldn't you think about that one more time, please? Could you think about that one more time? Twitch was being glitchy for you. Oh, didn't let you watch stream. How weird. That's odd. Then I went to YouTube for a bit, and it got jealous. Then it got better again. Yeah, Twitch is jealous. It happens. Yeah, it does happen. Senator Alan Peter Cayetano brought to the Senate's attention CHR, I'm bad at saying this acronym is what I'm finding out today, CHR's position, previously echoed by its executive director, Jacqueline de Guia, during plenary deliberations into the CHR's 2024 budget on November 14th. Burple saying, as a Filipino, I fully support abortion because if abortion was legal here, I wouldn't have had to be cursed with the human experience. For real, so valid, so valid. No, I understand, though. I understand. Cayetano, who described himself as Christian, expressed concern at the CHR's stance condoning abortion despite church teachings that it is a mortal sin. You guys do know you are a secular state, right? You guys do know that. You guys do know that the laws are not need to be in accordance with the church anymore, right? I just looked at the argument of the Cayetano guy. This is a demand for theocracy. Yeah, right? This is what's happening right now. They're like, we should listen to the church and everything. Tell that to Portugal too, please. I would like to, for everyone's sake, actually. The Tagalog. Guia, it's like Gia. Gia is in hard G. Okay, that's why the U is there. The U is there to make the G harder. Thank you. It's hard. I try my best with names, but I do kind of just have to guess if I don't know. Catholicism. God, I can't even say that. Catholicism. Catholicism. There you go. Catholicism got hands. It do. It's horrible. Ask Bavaria. They would know the same thing. How hard would you like your G? Yes. Same with some French words. Like war in French. Anyway, he also referred to a provision in the 1987 Constitution which states that the state should protect the life of the mother and the life of the unborn from conception. An estimated 1.26 million Filipino women, including rape survivors, had induced abortion in 2020, despite a lack of access to safe abortion, according to the Philippine Safe Abortion Advocacy Network. That's exactly the point of people who are abortion advocates. Like, the number of abortions will not immediately skyrocket in an immense way, because it's already happening. Abortions are already being conducted. It's just unsafe. And if it's not criminalized by the state, people are going to be having a safer time getting the medical treatment that they need. That's just the thing, right? That is just the thing. Aiden said, a few years ago, my birth mom used a picture of us hugging, and I posted, I chose life without my permission after leaving to the other side of the country for 90% of my life. Oh, that's rich. That is so rich, huh, Aiden? It's like, oh yeah, I chose life, but also I don't actually want this kid at all. Like, I did leave and not fuck with my child anymore after I gave birth, of course. So that's something. Like, ooh, that's rich. Fucking damn it. And as the article continues. 3 women die of complications from unsafe abortions daily. Bro, that's a crazy amount, actually. That is a wild amount. Like, actually. Yeah, abortion bans do not reduce the number of abortions, only make them illegal and therefore a lot more risky. It's like, okay, then the child and the mother dies. Congrats, you pro-lifers have won. Wait, doesn't seem like a victory, does it? The Philippines has the world's most restrictive laws against abortion, despite recommendations from the UN Human Rights Committee to decriminalize abortion for the sake of rape and incest victims and for women whose health is at risk during pregnancies. Like, at the very least, right? I feel like this should be the common denominator in the United States as well, right? That, like, at the very least, for these people, you should decriminalize abortion. I think you should decriminalize abortion also for people, you know, for any person. Doesn't matter what their circumstances are. They should be able to choose whether or not to bring a child into this world. But, you know, at the very least, I don't understand how you cannot agree with this, right? Even CHR's budget sponsors Senator Jinggoy Estrada, I think I got that one, said that he, as a devout Catholic, could not support the CHR's budget anymore over its statement. Yep, there we are. Even the fucking budget sponsor, that's sad. In a press briefing yesterday, Estrada said the CHR risks having zero budget if it does not retract its support for abortion. So they're silencing them. They're silencing them with money, basically. With lack of money, with withdrawing money. Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri and Senate Majority Leader Joel, there was a loud car outside, Villanueva, joined the chorus of their fellow male senators in opposing the bill that would have accorded women, especially rape victims, the right to their bodies and exemption from criminal liability. It's very sad. Very fucking sad. Absolutely, like, of course, it's not just the Philippines. Also in America, there have been abortion laws, like anti-abortion laws being pushed in several states. It's freaking saddening to see. I think that truly religious people are fine with abortion. I feel like people love thy neighbor, all of that stuff. I feel like they should be fine with abortion. It's like, oh, everything is in God's plan. Well, then I'm sure he also planned for abortion clinics then, because otherwise I'm sure it wouldn't have happened. No, it's the devil's influence. Shut up, please. Please be silent. Yeah, there are a lot of Filipino senators against LGBTQIA+ rights and reproductive rights. It's so sad. It is so fucking sad. And they block any proposed bills and such. Like, that is really the religious brain rot, isn't it? That's the Catholic brain rot, I guess. Like, there's no logical explanation that would explain why you would uphold these views. The only explanation is Catholic brain rot. Hydrate. Oh my god, it's a little hydrate. Hail Satan. Hail Satan. I mean, there is a push by... That's my last water now. There is a push, right, by Satanists. I've seen that you can join this satanic church in the United States, I think, in order to be granted rights to an abortion, because that's like religious freedom, something like that. I don't quite remember what that was, and if that actually worked. Sip for Satan. And to help with the reading. Thank you. Last water, you say? I mean, it emptied the jug thing. Is it called a jug? I have like a glass jug. Anyway. It emptied the jug into the glass. Okay. But it might also conclude the stream, so it might be fine. The cookies are not that important, and I mean, we don't need to get sadder than we already are, necessarily, and I want to walk my dog. So... we might move this to Tuesday if we have the time to talk about it, but this was more so this is a very short little story, but it's just sad. I don't have much to say about it other than the fact that it's like, oh, that's a sad thing that happened. I do like to talk about that sort of thing, of course, because, you know, spreading awareness, but yes. Covering news and many lots of thank you. It's, also you said, it's more like a paternalistic, parochial thing. I don't think I said that right, but I know what you mean. These Filipino leaders always claim to know what's best for women and queer folk here. Like, they're our fathers or mothers. Yeah, very much so. Very much so. They're like the state knowing best and everything like that, for sure. No, not Mexico. I need my daily fix of depression. Well, you got that here. Don't worry. Let's go to the union. Tenchi needs walkies for the union. Did we get Tenchi today? I mean, you got the animation of him drinking like 20-something times. Legitimately, not even an exaggeration. I don't think I have a cute new Tenchi pic for you right now, but you did get animation a lot. Nice animations. Tenchi really needs to pee now. He would, yeah, he would, actually. He did drink like 1,000 liters of water. Otherwise... do I have a nice one? Replacing our Tenchi time with drawings? Is that not good? We need our daily Tenchi pick. Okay, I can find you one that's not like new, because I don't think I have a great new one. Isabel, we hear about this. To the tune of my father will hear about this. Well, it's gonna be December soon, right? I could show you one of my favorite Tenchi picks, even though he honestly is not percentage-wise featured that much, you know what I mean? Depictions of our Lord and Savior, Tenchi the wolf. I love this image because it was so nice and snowy here. I don't remember when this image was taken. I think it was 2020, probably. 2019 maybe, 2020. And probably February or something. And he's going! He's running! There he goes! It's a very nice picture. Look at him. Wow, look at him go! Just us walking in the snow. Man, I want snow again. I do want snow again. Don't like cold, but I do like snow. So there's that. Hugs from Aiden to Crow, by the way. I can settle for an old Tenchi pick. He's a little black dot in a white in a white void. He does that. I can give you the Wombo combo because this is my favorite Tenchi snow pick. I can attach this one. This is actually a series of 2 pictures though, otherwise it doesn't make any sense. So you're actually getting 3 pictures. Bonk. He darts in, he darts out. He's jumping in, he's jumping out. It's kind of hard for him, you know? You can see, I censored the little thing where it says my city on it, even though I don't think you would have been able to read it, but there you go. It's a little hard for him, the snow. But I think he was having fun. He did like jumping in the snow a lot. There he goes. I love how his face is just so... He looks so deadpan as he jumps into the snow, doesn't he? Like, yep. I'm jumping into the snow, yes. Yep, I'm jumping out of the snow now. Yep, into the snow. Yep, out of the snow. It looks like he's crashing through the waves of snow. We need that pick that... we need a pick that jump scares you next stream. Well, that won't work because they're like... in my browser. That wouldn't jump scare me this time. Can't always jump scare me, I think. Tenchi palette cleanser after news is very appreciated. I agree. I should send more old pictures from my phone to my computer so I have more to show you, I think. Because, like, I have a shit ton of Tenchi pictures. Just, you know, they're not always, like, new. Because it's not always this pretty outside. And he's hard to take pictures of, actually. Little guy. It's a little guy. It's just a little guy, not the squished Tenchi with a knife. Okay. Tomorrow is nothing. Tomorrow I need to do stuff and prepare for Sunday, because I haven't yet. And oh my god, there's so much stuff I need to prepare for Sunday. PowerPoint-wise. Evan is also already working on it. We're working together to make you a nice PowerPoint for Sunday. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else that I wanted to mention specifically. I think Crow coming with the knife again. Typical Russian guy. Not the stereotypes. I mean, honestly, thank you, Tenchi. That's so real. The British are even more knife happy than the Russians, though, aren't they? Like, the British are known for stabbing as well. Woof woof. Woof woof. Woof woof. Legs getting snagged in the snow. Yeah, he's so cute. He's like gone. No more legs for him. For some reason, you need to prepare for Sunday made me think you're a horror character preparing for something bad to happen. It's like, yeah, on Sunday the horde attacks, you know. Sundays the zombies always get extra riled up and we need to fortify our outposts, so, you know, it is what it is. Anyway. I did have a knife collection at some point. I have to prepare for Sunday mass. Yes, I'm gonna prepare for mass. I have so many things I want to do, and I need to do them until before the new year because I have other plans in the new year, and I will have less time, I think. So, Vamos. Just came back. Glad I could say goodbye to everyone at least. Thank you for the stream and thank you for being here. Union, thank you, gamers. Thank you. Oh, right. Do we have somebody to raid? Kind of bad news. Not many people to raid. This is true. Etoile is live, but he doesn't allow raids, right? Yeah, just Etoile. It's just Etoile. The suggestion ran out because you can recommend someone. Ronnie has somebody. Ronnie has somebody to recommend. Oh my god. It's happening. Their art is cool. Give me Monotoma. Show me. Wait. Let's look. Let's judge. Oh, there's an ad. Okay, I'll watch the ad. Oh, nice. Koffein aus Grünen irgendwas. Cool. Nervös? Sometimes. Thank you. Yes. Jetzt bloß nicht. They are very fast. Vitamin A-Tropfen. Oh my god. Eisen mit Vitamin C. No way. Time for draws. Finally working on the comic again. Ooh, nice. I wanna raid you. I wanna see your content for a second first, though. I mean, not to. I trust. Oh, how cute. That looks so cool. They know exactly what you need. I probably do need Eisen. Okay, oh, there's like music playing. Oh, I love this song. That they're playing. Haha, Crow has given me their eyes. Okay, we're gonna rate this person. Yes, have you set it up already, Crow, or do I set it up? Have you set it up? I'm sure you can set it up for me. Yes. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it. Yes. Let's go. We're gonna raid. Let's go. I will be there for a second, but I do have to walk my tent. So, see you soon, gamers. See you Sunday. And I will work on stuff. It took a second to follow them. Yes, of course. Okay, bye-bye. We're gonna go now. Bye, YouTube chat. Bye, Twitch chat. Bye, all of you. See you. Adieu. Adios. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.